Yo, what's up everyone and welcome back. Hopefully the audio has fixed. Confirm, deny? Yes.
It's fixed. But
Audio
I'm
has
the
been
cables
fixed.
slowly loosening at the back, which I think might have been the problem.
Oh well, we have fixed it now. Where last we left off, pretty short and a lot of fuckery. So, where last we left off, Kruger was having a conversation with a local hunting party of a giant clan in the area, just across from Guildcrest Village in the Dawnvale Mountains. You had rolled a pretty high insight check on the giant that had been speaking to you, with these kind of shaved sides of the hair. Some of it's kind of growing back in tufts. And there's these kind of tattoos that are running on a diagonal of these runes that are going down to the nose.
That's badass.
And this long kind of, not necessarily matted, but it's quite thick black hair that is pulled back into a long braid at the back of the head. He seems to smile at you. He's got quite a broad and flat face. And you're currently in the process of negotiating safe passage across the fields to either the Temple of Eklios or Guildcrest Village. I don't think you guys have spoken about it too much yet.
I just said I wanted to go to the temple.
But it seems that you've encroached on their land and they are willing to trade with you. They seem pretty amused by you at the moment, given that you're speaking some very textbook stone giant to them, whereas they're speaking quite guttural, kind of, it carries across a space, it kind of booms outwards, and it's very much based in slang, and it takes you a little while to catch up, but you can get some of their language the more that they speak to you. But they seem very much amused by this tiny, tiny little halfling that's speaking to them in giant, though it is a very formal giant, and kind of offering a trade, saying that he's Kruger the Small, a mighty warrior who has slain 2 beasts in the area, holding up his spoils of war. You are funny! Well, I like it.
I guess I'm a master at many things, then. Amusement, too, now.
In the back you can see the party, like the other one on the huge panther-like creature with this large, like broad jaw, has kind of like open slightly, appears to be sentient creatures in the area, and it's kind of sat back. And the giant is kind of resting hands on what looked to be a large, like, warhammer, that's kind of strapped actually to the hip, not even to the back.
Badass.
And he's just kind of sitting there watching. You can see that his fur cloak, all of them are wearing these patchwork quilt of different furs. They all seem to be quite large creatures, as a lot of the there are like these large patches of fur that don't appear to have been cut down at all, and they don't appear to be the full height of the animal. It's whatever it was has been chopped up and kind of repaired part of this cloak, and it's quite a sizable portion of it. But his cloak appears not to have sleeves, so you can see these, like, what's the best way to describe it? They almost seem like a snowflake pattern, these runes that go down each of the arms.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Is it like a tessellated snowflake, or is it more like a sort of layered snowflake that like goes down the shoulder as though it were like almost like folds of metal on top of each other?
I don't understand the question.
Fair enough. I honestly don't think.
Like, do you mean... I can describe to you...
Is it like a snow print, like just print? Like
kind of. It's like different lines of... So, I'm going to quickly sketch it out.
Comb almost.
Okay, so here's my like really quick sketch. So the top, that circle is like around the top of the shoulder, like the ball of the shoulder joint, and then it's got different lines of runes
I see.
that are coming across
Nice. Hell
Cool.
and down the arms.
Hmm.
And he kind of, you can see a flash of it, Abelard, on the figure that's speaking to you, from underneath the arm. It seems like different runes and different text, and actually you're probably close enough to see it as well, as he lifts to put the spear back on his back.
Excellent. Your excellent craftsmanship and runes, by the way. I haven't really gotten to that sort of stage of mastery yet. Obviously, I'm not. Mine's not as authentic as yours.
You have yours tattooed.
Not yet.
Ah,
It's more paint. More paint that I got from a friend back home.
funny. You paint on your runes.
Yeah.
Maybe one day you can see a real artist. Get it permanent.
Like right now? Honestly, that'd be kind of badass.
What clan are you from? The Named?
The Named. That is our clan. Yes. This is us, our clan.
You have been recognized by the Yon?
No. Not.
Ah,
It's more like a
then you are not a clan.
It's more like an unofficial title. We haven't really had the honor or the luxury and privilege to meet the Yon. We've sort of come from Runalorm and worked our way through the Dawnvale to where we are now.
As you say that, you can see his expression darkens a little bit at the mention of Runalong.
Okay.
Ah, you are not what I thought you were then. You are merely a, well, let's say a pathetic runt then, belonging to the Empire.
I don't. Ooh. all of you just see like my hands just like grip tightly and just like my face just scowl. I don't belong to any empire. I ran away from that life.
Yet you still live in the Empire.
Not under their boot, though. We go where we seek adventure and where we help and where we can help others. We're not shackled by the Empire's laws and teachings, and that we must follow their ways. They're oppressive, and it's their way or no way. Everybody
Roll a
should.
persuasion check
Okay.
for me.
No, you were rolling.
No magic.
No, you were rolling too hard.
You can.
No magic.
No magic.
No magic.
You were rolling.
For
Too
Well, to be
yourself.
fair, we also don't know the cues to roll the check because we don't know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
Like, I can speak to this guy, but it's gonna be a bit freaky when I'm just like, I am in your mind.
From the corner of your eye, you can see that Kimberly, who had crouched down, is now just leaning against the tree. She's got like arms crossed. One of her legs is like in front of the boot. She just seems to be listening intently to the conversation.
Do I know
studying.
that? Can I see if she understands what's being
You
said?
can roll an insight check for me.
God, lots of 19s on the inside. That is a 23.
Yeah, she understands exactly what's being said, and she seems to just be letting you handle it.
Thanks, Kimberly.
No, she thought she saw trouble, so you gather that she went to hide.
Well, that would have been my
And
next course of
then
action
she
too, but
has
got it.
kind of... I feel like she's seeing that there's an in-between of like, oh, I could go either way. The conversation is kind of oscillating between two different, like, you make really good progress, and then maybe you say something that they don't really like, so she's just kind of standing by at the moment.
I got a 14 on the persuasion.
Nice, okay. Well, can you say the same for your friends here? They all look to me to be interlopers on our land.
None of them are of the Empire either.
Oh yes, and what gods do they follow? Ours.
They are not well versed, or I guess cultured in the ways of your people.
I woke up and fucking like mood and symbol.
Yeah, they're like clocking everybody's.
The one with the mask, they follow Luron, the moon god. It is how they are able to cast such magics to heal and rejuvenate, and keep our party safe.
An important god for you, but not one for us.
Yeah, because fucking prophecies don't affect everyone.
God damn.
Yo, chill.
Gotta get the character mindset.
They have different beliefs about where prophecies come from.
Wait, do I mention my it's like the crafting god, but also.
You mention whatever gods you want.
No, you know what? I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Just have a look.
To be fair, I'm the only one just covered in holy
Exactly.
symbol.
None of y'all are like really obvious.
Oh, they've been like, they cast a cursory glance to Kimberly. What did you roll in your insight before?
23 for Kimberly.
You see that Kimberly actually doesn't seem phased by them.
Good for her. I'm glad.
You think that perhaps she's had a run-in before in the past with a giant hunting party. You don't know if it's this one in particular, but she seems to just not be... She doesn't seem to be necessarily on edge. It looks like she's watching you guys and your interactions, and obviously their behaviour towards you, but she doesn't seem inclined to step in at the moment.
That's fine. Okay. And I'll point and I'll gesture to... Wait, is Kimberly standing out in the open?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just standing next to her.
And we also have a worshipper of Ekleos. They are our guide through these Jesus Christ. They are our guide through these lands so that we may reach the temple of her Lord.
Yes, we have run into her in the past. She just kind of shrugs.
I say in common, and you didn't think to mention that?
Nadri and Avalon once again are like,
I didn't think it was important.
Okay.
They've never bothered me.
Why are they bothered by us then and not bothered by you?
I've made my trades.
Why did you trade?
Should never ask someone what they trade.
You know what? I get that. Fine. No, turn back to the giants.
You actually see that she speaks, and the giant that she speaks is much less like textbook, and you assume she's learned on the fly.
Motherfucker.
It's a different dialect to Stone or the Frost that they're currently speaking at the moment. But it seems very, very fluid and is much more... it's a little bit more rounded. It's still kind of deep and booming, and it's probably the loudest you've heard Kimberly speak. But it carries to the giants, and they kind of just nod their head. She says, I apologise for the interruption. We mean no harm. I'm simply guiding them through your planes here. He kind of squints and then turns back to you. So your god is what, then?
My god?
Yeah, you said you are spellcasters, no?
Not some of us, not all of us. I am a, and I'll draw my sword. I am a mighty warrior.
I'll see if he
Recognizes if it's a Corsic.
Interesting weapon. He, like, ordinarily in a conversation like this, if somebody were to draw a sword, it'd be like guns blazing. But
I get no, but
he seems to just...
Giants, we chill.
He seems as relaxed as he was before.
That's great. That's good to know. it was me and my good friend back home made it together, and it has been a valuable tool to help protect my friends and slay dangerous foes like fiends and beasts and monstrosities alike.
So you are a Borak.
I do know.
For your reference, that's
Yeah.
a warrior. The Vorak is the war chief.
I did write it down somewhere. I've been trying to fucking find it. I've got it up, but like, yeah, I got it. Did I write it on a sticky note? I wrote it on a sticky note.
Oh my god, why would you write it on a sticky note?
I don't know, because I thought I'd have
So-
easier access to it. Yeah.
So
Fine.
the Vorak is the war chief. The Borak is the warrior. And the Yon is like the king.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, there's a circle of advisors and fearsome Voraks who make up the Yon to Groth, which is like their advisory council.
A Borak, Yorok is a warrior challenging the war chief. Yontor Groth, small council of war chiefs. The Con Vorak proving grounds for a Vorak to ascend to a Yontor. I've got it. I found my notes.
Nice.
Yes. I would consider myself a warrior indeed, yes.
And you say you are yet to be recognized by the Yon. Do you intend to?
I do. At some point, once some more urgent matters are attended to first.
And you can see some of the gathered group at the back are kind of like chuckling to themselves, and you can hear, "I would like to see that."
You will! One day!
He laughs harder.
Perhaps in a month's time, when perhaps information could be a valuable trade. Information that could benefit you and the Yon themselves, and potentially save many people.
You have information for the Yon.
I believe I do.
Out with it then. We'll see if it's a decent trade.
Ooh.
When we were at the village before at Gosa, we came to greet a quite fearsome and strong stone giant named Turok, and they seemed friendly and, well, a little bit intimidating at first, but we got to talking, and he mentioned that he was part of the Zorax clan, and that he and his clan had arrangements made in about a month's time to launch a raid on your people and the Yon, killing anybody that will get in their way to bring down the always bring down tradition, and anybody that is caught in the crossfire will meet the same fate.
Roll a persuasion check for me.
Yeah, now you roll shit. Yeah, it's only a 10.
I don't know this Torok that you speak of, but the Zoraks are enemies of ours.
I gained this information by gaining their trust, not fully understanding what this Zorax clan was at the time, and they confided in me what little they would, but their overall plan was simple: attack the Yon, overthrow them, kill them even, and any warrior that stands in their way. The council as well, all war chiefs, so that the Zorax can reign supreme. And this was confirmed by a simpler yet kind giant, while not the mightiest, has probably the biggest heart I've ever seen, named of Rog.
Chat Rog.
We love her.
This Rog you speak of, Which clan does he hail from?
I believe he was outcast. By what means I don't know, he would not say. I can't imagine it be anything of ill intent, though. He is truly a heart of pure gold. He was nothing but helpful and supportive with us during an investigation, and he confided in me and the others about this and confirming the rumors of these treacherous Zorak.
You can see his jaw has tensed, and his hand that was positioned on the base of the creature's neck is now kind of gripping at his thigh, and he kind of turns to the rest of the hunting party behind, and you can see all of them gone as like the joking and jovial nature, and they're all very, very grave and very serious. So the word of an outsider and an outcast, people of the Empire, we are supposed to believe that you have information about a rebellion. When will it occur?
They didn't give me an exact date today. They just said within a month. Right?
I don't know, actually.
If you give me a minute, I gotta go back to my notes.
I think you gave a date. I don't write it down because it didn't involve.
No, I just underline them in sessions. Courier. No, that was before then. Rome, Unseen King, wanting to bring down traditions of old Grothkin, a leader that should be determined by more than just silence, plans to take back in middle.
What is the rest of the party doing at this point? Abelard, you're just watching, waiting?
Me and Abelard are just taking glances at each other.
Yeah,
Can
You can hear these words kind of like.
Can I roll a general insight check for like the vibe of the crowd?
Sure.
Like I'm seeing these.
The second time.
You can roll one as well if you like.
Okay.
Vibe check. Yep.
The plans are to take place in the middle of Kasin? Kasin? I don't know how to pronounce it. K-A-apostrophe-S-Y-N?
Kasin.
Kasin. In the middle of Kasin.
What's your vibe check?
Nat 20.
Mine's
Nat
only a
20.
14.
You can
For
see
24.
that things have gotten very, very tense. Obviously, you can recognize some of the words that Krugar's been saying. Such as Torok, you gather that there was some sort of information that was passed about the insurgents that Krugar had learned about. I don't know if you had told the rest of the party. Did you?
I would.
I think you might have.
I would have, yeah. I told the party mainly.
Of course.
You can kind of get that that's what Krugar is kind of offering to them to get you guys to have safe passage. It doesn't seem like they're actually hostile towards you now. They're just trying to work out whether or not Krugar's lying, basically. But things seem to be... It seems like Krugar's done a pretty good job of winning them over. At least they're not trying to, like, spear you to the ground, kill you.
Big win.
That's a slay.
Yeah, that's a win.
But, yeah, at the moment, like, Krugar... You can see Krugar seems stressed.
It's a little bit of anger, a little bit of stress, and it's just like... I've never had to be in, like, a diplomatic position before.
Can I use my telepathy to tell Kruger? Just let me know if you, like, need me to talk. I can speak to them. It's just a little bit weird. Goes through heads.
Right, yeah. I think...
Just for telepathy.
Yeah.
I say back in my mind, I think I'm doing alright. If I need your help, I will definitely ask. I think I'm alright for now. I've got one more trick.
Okay. I'll leave the link up. I won't talk.
Yeah, the middle of Kasin was the best description I got.
This is indeed very close. They're obviously deep in thought about whether or not to trust you. You carry no keris with you. And you would have known that keris is the giant word for ropes. That it's what they use to describe their bindings.
What does this giant's bindings look like? Their ropes.
So you can see that the binding actually goes over the back.
Ooh.
Which is how you first caught it.
Hmm.
And it's attached to the arm. So kind of these really rough series of 3 knots down the forearm that kind of bind it there. And it kind of loops over the back, up the shoulder, and down to attach around the waist.
Cool.
There are not as many knots along the back of the actual surface, but the knots on the wrist seem to mirror the ones on the waist.
Okay.
How am I meant to trust that you have our interests at heart if you have been talking to the Zoroks?
I will kind of like undo like my chain shirt a bit, and I'll pull out my amulet that the Omen Killer bestowed upon me back in Runalong many moons ago. When I was in Runalong, a mysterious stranger caught my eye, and I learnt after one-on-one honorable combat that they were not just a mere stranger, they were the Omen Killer themselves. And they bestowed him to me upon a task to prove my worthiness, and I feel like right now saving as many lives as I can would be a great step in that path forward to show that I am worthy of being a warrior, being an adventurer, and being helpful to all.
Roll a final persuasion check with advantage.
It's a big flex.
That is a huge flex for giant clans.
Hey, a god fucking loves me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, not technically a god.
No, not a god.
More like
Respected.
a champion.
Massive Chad champion, bro.
I rerolled a 1.
I forget you have advantage.
You'll love to see it.
I love being a halfling, that's so poetic. Okay, a natural 1 becomes a 17 plus 5, that's a 22.
Did you roll with advantage?
Yeah, it did. This
Okay.
was the highest.
Nice.
Other one was a 10.
The total was
22.
the Omen Killer chose you. And you watch as he kind of looks back to the group, and they all seem stunned.
They were making fun of him like 2 minutes ago.
It's like this full turn, and they're busy laughing, they go really serious, and they're just like, what the fuck?
And the one that you'd been speaking to dismounts and will pat the side of this massive panther, which will just kind of stand there idly. He holds up a hand and makes a sign, and the creature kind of sits down and waits while he moves closer to you, and you can feel the vibration in the snow. Like there's this heavy crunch, almost like the crack of bone as he steps forward, and then this as he moves across towards you to
Just
see the
holding out my
symbol.
amulet, yeah.
He is towering over you. Like, this giant is enormous, colossal, compared to Krugar. Tiny little Krugar holding up this amulet.
2 foot, 20 foot. It's like, hi!
And he
Have you
kind
not
of...
grown in size?
No, I've just been talking and laying out some good fucking information and badassery.
He... When he gets to you, because he's so much taller than you, he bends down and, like, looks at it for a moment, and then he kneels. So, you are chosen as what? The champion of the Omen Killer?
One could say that, I guess, yeah.
Well,
I have to prove my worth to them, and I aim to do that.
it is an honor, then, to be in your presence. I apologize for our aggression towards you. I'm sure you understand
Of course.
that we have had trouble with your kind in these parts. There is a nearby village that drove us out of our ancestral plains,
Gilcrest?
if that is what they call it.
Okay.
If you would like safe passage, of course you have it.
That would be much
You
appreciated.
can feel the amulet begins to kind of thrum against your chest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's never done that before. Okay. Whoa.
We hail from a town close by ourselves. It's on the other side of these mountains.
Yacht?
That would be the one.
That's where the attack will be.
That is where we have our Convorak scheduled for next month. This news that you bring us is concerning.
During the Convorak. Yeah, that will probably be the reign when all the leaders, and all the official, and all the important people, including Leon, will be there all at the one time.
I myself have been, let's say, elected to challenge in the Convorak. If it means that I will have to prove myself to not only the Yon and the Yontagroth, but to these rebels that seek to slaughter us, then I will do so.
If you're going to the Convorak, that would make you a Vorak?
That is correct.
I get on one knee and fucking... Guys, I would suggest you do the same. We're talking to a war chief.
You can see now as he steps closer to you that these runes, like a lot of the things that you recognize, appear to be like there's a very fine band along the top of these runes, but beneath it you can see what appears to be almost like a mural of sorts of like these past battles and these vicious skirmishes that kind of runs all the way across the head, kind of connects at the back, and then you can see disappears down the cloak.
That's my bad. Ass. That's badass.
I want the head tattoos.
I want the head tattoos. work would fire me.
You can see that the spear, now that it's close to you, is first of all enormous, but the edges of the blade, it's almost like a pyramid shape on top. And it's got these very thin kind of plates that run up it that seem to be like, when you stick it in, it hurts like hell when you pull it out.
Yeah. Oh, yo.
And catches on bone and muscle.
That. Yeah. For real.
And he's a very intimidating figure, but you can see now that he has gone completely away from being hostile and honestly, like, he views you with a sign of respect.
Super chill now.
I got respect from a Vorak,
Yo.
bitches. What's up?
That's huge. Does that mean we all have respect?
Yeah, he was about to fucking kill us because we're fucking of the Empire.
It's like courteous, but it's not like.
Sure, what are we doing?
So we.
Kruger's not ever a bow.
I follow lead of Kruger's comment.
Excellent.
I follow like a little soldier's bow. But
This is a very important official amongst the Grothkin community. It would be best if you just kneel or bow or anything.
John? You guys bow?
Yeah.
Kneel,
I kneel.
kneel.
I'll stand politely off to the side, not willing to take away from the conversation, but not particularly joining in either.
Okay, sure. He looks across all of you. Well, if you ever find yourselves in need of a place to get respite, we would be glad to welcome you in Yacht.
place to stay.
Nice.
Kruger just starts like kind of like kind of being all flabbergasted. It's like
My dreams.
Can I just
literally he's like
Roll a history check for me.
Can I give Kruger like a pat on the back just to kind of help stabilize it?
Yeah.
Not like a spell or anything, just like you're doing good.
And with the great rolls comes the shit rolls. It's only a 6.
A 6. You know that if he hails from Yacht, not every Vorak hails from Yacht. So this guy is an even bigger deal than you thought.
Okay.
Like, that's pretty much the giant capital at the moment,
Yeah.
especially on Wyladium.
Yeah.
You don't know about other continents because you didn't roll high enough, but Yacht having the Proving Conclave actually held at
it's like
that
a
place
capital.
is like that's their sacred place now.
Yeah.
So for him to kind of be the war chief of the area means that he is considered quite high ranking even within the Voraks.
Because
kind of
the Voraks are like one step below the Yon, right? Or are they like 2 steps below?
kind of. So you're the way that it works is that kind of the bottom of the pecking order is just people that are just general clan members, and then above that you have the Boraks.
Which are
They're
the
quite
warriors.
like a martial
Yeah, okay.
race of people. So the Boraks have a certain kind of respect that's garnered within the clan for them. Hello.
She's going around saying hello to everybody.
Then probably next after that you have the Borak, Uruk, which is the challenging.
Yeah, warrior challenging the war chief. Yep.
And if you succeed in the challenge, which is usually single arm combat,
Like
or
a
it's like
fight
some
to the-
sort of
It's a fight to the death, normally.
pretty much,
Yeah.
yeah. If you succeed in that, then you become a Vorak.
Yeah.
And then after that, the Voraks from each of the clans, they are each elected by a Yontagroth to become essentially a challenging.
To ascend to a Yon tour. Yeah.
And then above that, they become a Yontur.
Yes.
And then some of them are elected to the Yontagroth. And then after that, then you have the Yon. So they're kind of 3 steps down the pecking order, really. But within the Voraks, there is a kind of hierarchy as well.
Yeah.
If you come from a place like Yacht, you are probably a more revered war chief. And for a lot of war chiefs, they don't want to become Yontagroth. For some of them, they do. The Proving Conclave is not necessarily a fight to the death either. It's more just to see who can take the next step. So he's kind of just below being Yontagroth. So this is like a high-ranking official for you to meet, Krieger.
Hugh.
It's just sweat beating. It's like, you have no idea how long I wanted to go to Yacht.
Well, we can go now if you wish.
I really wish I could. I'm very honored. We're just dealing with a kind of a minor emergency at the moment.
Minor.
Ergo, we
Need to go.
We need the passage.
Right, well, you will have no trouble from us. If there is anything we can do for you, it would be an honor to assist the champion of the Omen Killer.
The honor is all mine.
Yeah, a ride. We get a ride? We ride on the fucking
He's-
Panthers to the temple? I'm just saying.
Straight to the temple. Oh my god.
We're going to the fucking village first to get some supplies.
I think the village is hostile and deadly.
Yacht. Oh, wait,
Not
you're talking about
Yacht.
Gilchrist?
Well,
Yeah.
the village might be, but our characters don't know. But as far as
Yeah.
we know, they probably have food,
Yeah.
which is something we kind of need.
Well,
right?
we could at least get a panther ride to Gilchrist.
I don't think they like Gilchrist.
No. They specifically said that the people of Gilchrist drove them out a long time ago.
Because it'd be so nice.
Yeah,
we could
nah.
just get a ride straight there. They'd literally take us there in like an hour. Just fucking striding, like massive strides over the snow.
They might be able to take you far, but you don't know.
I mean, we have... I'll turn to the party. I'm like, okay, we're in the good books.
Oh, okay.
That's good.
Yeah, they're a Vorak, which means they're a war chief, and they're from Yacht, which means they're an even bigger deal. They're in terms of like if the Yan is the king, they're like 3 steps below that. Okay.
Are they gonna help us?
They're honored by me, and we are welcome to come to, and we're welcome to come to Yacht anytime we want.
I mean, that was going to be like one of the next stops, maybe.
Yeah, I told them not right now, but we have free passage.
Not
We have-
right
You
now,
asked
bro.
them
You
about
can
the
have the
temple.
My even smaller lizard and giant, my even smaller lizard friend here. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that door? And I'll gesture to where like the Temple of Eklios is, and like its surroundings. Anything of importance? Because that is our destination.
Well, there has not been entry to it from the nearby, let's say, villagers
Mm-hmm.
in the recent years. It's been maybe, kind of thinks for a second, close to 10 since we have seen any entrance, and well, I believe you travel with one of the last entrance, and he gestures over to Kimberly with his head.
Sorry.
Is Kimberly still hiding?
No.
She's emerged and is just kind of standing idly by.
They're understanding everything I say. They can.
Oh, real.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
That's
You gather
Kimberly's
that
allowed to
she's-
come and go as she pleases. It's just we had to work for it.
It was on one such time as this that we came across your compatriot.
That's so. Huh.
As long as we have been patrolling these areas when I was a Borak and now as a Vorak, we have not seen entrance. It is, to our understanding, there is some sort of magical lock or connection. The goddess Eklios sealed this temple away with the intention that none should enter unless they have good purpose.
Gotcha.
Good purpose.
Gotcha.
Making
Okay.
purpose is-
That's actually very helpful.
Yeah, good purpose.
I would guess you will meet quite the challenge if you were to enter. Of what, I am unsure, but your gods can be fickle, tricky.
Yeah. While I didn't pay the most attention in religion class, yeah, squabbles and complications all around.
For one such as you, champion of the Omen Killer, I expect you will be fine. Meeting it with metal.
I just point to my sword. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna get a taste of this all beauty.
No. Metal, and he kind of pats his chest.
My metal and all their metal too.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in Yacht then.
Do
Hey,
it
Pat?
like half-heartedly, like not really knowing. 'Cause, like,
He nods to you, but there's not really like
any
he's,
substance to it.
This one's smaller than the small one.
he doesn't obviously have an aversion to people that are necessarily much smaller than him, but he's
Dude,
like
the
20
smaller.
feet tall.
Yeah,
This guy's
yeah.
huge, and he seems even bigger than like Kruger. When you see this giant like step down at first from the panther, this is bigger than even the stone giant that you'd seen felled.
Oh, all the way back then.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is
shit.
broad-shouldered and cuts an intimidating figure. And he is very much the image of like power and what you'd expect a war chief to be.
Based.
Well, we can give you some information about the planes which you travel on.
Anything would be greatly appreciated. Shall I just call you Vorak, or is there a more formal way to address you?
He kind of frowns a little bit. For one as knowledgeable as you, I assumed you would be aware of who I am. My name is Kernov.
Can you please spell that for me?
Kernow. Kernov.
Kernov.
hmm
Kernov. Awesome. Thank you.
You can roll a history check for me on his name.
I don't roll well with history. It's only an 8.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Yeah. My tutor, maybe not the best tutor, kind of more of a blacksmith than a historian. Unfortunately.
Right. Well, my name is Kernov Fjerngrad. I hail from the lands of Yacht. I am the Vorak of the Kara clan.
And how do you spell that, please?
Karak.
Correctly. Thank you.
We are famed warriors. We have succeeded in many battles and will continue to do so for as long as our clan is not in ruins.
Well, hopefully with the information I've given, that will definitely not happen.
Well, we can only hope. We will notify our trusted allies, and we will prepare for these pathetic worms that seek to overthrow the Yarn. When you travel, the quickest way is over the frozen lake if you mean to go to the door or to the village. But you should be wary. There are great creatures that lurk in these plains. We were hunting one such beast. They are relatively harmless, but don't stand in front of their tusks.
Their tusks. Does this creature have a... What do you call these creatures?
Nuisances. Or food.
Yeah, fair enough. But by the description, doesn't sound like anything familiar.
You can roll a nature check for me if you like.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, boy, nature. I'll roll some nature. Ooh, 18 plus 0.
An 18. You gather that based on the climate that you're in and the mention of tusks, he might be talking about mammoths that you'd heard would exist in these areas.
Oh, the big woolly... Big and woolly? Oh, we call them mammoths where I'm from.
Well, that is a less exciting name than what we call them.
And what do you call them? Nuisances?
Food. Or
Food?
nuisances.
I like that too. That'd be a lot of food. Damn. Okay, so avoid the food, avoid the nuisances unless we want food.
Well, there is rumor that there is a creature that lurks in the lake. I have never seen it myself, but some more cowardly than I have reported it. Though, tread lightly, perhaps.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Krugar the Small.
Come on, my title, bitch. Let's go.
My title is the small.
I am the small.
Yeah, epithet.
You can't use it against me if I use it against myself.
It'll not be a good day when someone calls Dilbert by their title.
The dweeb.
The dream.
Come
at last.
Fuck up, I'm a dweeb.
The honor was all mine, Kernov. Yeah.
Kind of the...
Of yacht. I
You,
guess.
you can ask if you like, but you didn't roll high enough in your history to know.
That's fine. No, I'll take it. I'll take what I got. I got a first
Does
name.
he have like a title?
Yeah.
Probably. I'll ask other giants.
Yeah.
Hey, he's famous, and now I know that he's famous.
Yeah.
So
he is.
he's like a celebrity, and he's in the community, dog. It's good shit.
Kind of the Mammoth Slayer. I don't know.
doesn't know. He doesn't. Turn off the food slayer.
Food.
Because they're just
Nuisances.
food or nuisances.
Yeah.
Turn off the food bringer.
The food bringer.
Bringer of food.
Fire. Bringer of food and fire.
Food on fire.
He stands back up and is now towering over all of you, just like kind of standing there idly for a moment. Then he nods again and heads back to his panther, which is kind of sat there. Swings up and kind of just nods again to you all, and then you watch as the panther kind of leaps into motion. This huge, great stride that rocks the snow and kind of sends up a drift towards you. And as he whistles, the next members of the group kind of pass off with him, and you watch as they head off in a direction you assume perhaps to yacht.
Be well.
He kind of just passes you a kind of like over the back. Doesn't seem to
Yeah.
Breakfast Club style.
Don't you
Forget
about me. Yeah.
The second they're out of eyesight, like I just like.
Krugard just screams.
Ah.
Are you alright?
Ah.
I believe this is just stress.
Ah.
I don't think he's stressed.
Well, I think it's excitement actually.
What happened?
Mix them both.
We-
Release the stress,
Hmm.
excitement.
We just met Kernov, one of the greater war chiefs of Yacht and of the Grufkin
The
people.
fuck? What does that mean?
Yeah.
He is basically like somewhere between third or fourth position away from being like the king himself. He's like that high in the ranks.
Cool.
Well respected. Well,
And he respects you.
he respects the fact that the Omen Killer kind of picked me in a way. That definitely saved our asses.
Nice.
We have his blessing. He said the fastest way to get to the temple or to Gilcrest is over the frozen lake. We have to watch out for mammoths, because he calls them nuisances or food, depending on what context. There's also something that apparently lurks at the bottom of the lake, but he's never seen it, and he's been in these lands for years.
So should we go across the lake or
If-
go around it?
If we want to go fast and probably avoid mammoths,
We don't have a boat.
the lake's frozen.
Oh.
We're in the mountains. And
Let me
also, Nadia,
I love Elsa.
Sorry,
If Dubit-
that's because you're gay.
If Dubit tried to ice skate, how would it go?
well, what would
What are you skating with?
Poorly. It would
On
go
his
poorly
very,
because
very
you're not
tippy
skating.
On his tippy toes?
Yeah, and the little claws on his feet.
Sure.
like a ballerina doing a pirouette while trying to ice skate? The same
So tempted. So tempted.
You could try.
Are we
Give it a
near the
shot.
lake?
You can see it's a little ways away, probably about 350 feet or so.
No,
You
Nadia.
can just see the edge of the lake.
Fuck you. Oh, and Nadia, there's some kind of magical lock on the door at the temple.
You can open that.
Apparently, no one has been inside. From what they said, it's been at least 10 years.
Okay.
I thought you should know that. Apparently, those are only of. Apparently, there's a great challenge inside, which I guess was kind of obvious. And if I had to guess, maybe you're probably one of the only people who could open it.
Me open a magically sealed door.
You're there with I think one of the right purposes to get in there.
Do we want to get going to
Yeah.
Temple or Gilcrest?
Well, if you want food, you go to Gilcrest.
But the temple's right there. Why wouldn't we just go there first? And then get food after?
Isn't it like?
So the temple is thousands of feet away.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the lake, Gilcrest, and the temple far,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So the
Gilcrest-
lake goes
Gilcrest
to
is-
Gilcrest.
Gilcrest is kind of it's first. It's closer to where you guys are,
in the
and
way
on the opposite
of
side is the door.
on the opposite. So we need to go
Yeah.
away from the door to get to Gilcrest.
Well,
So Gilchrist
so
is
you
on.
guys are here. Imagine you're here.
Yeah.
Here's Guildcrest,
Yeah.
and the door's over here.
So it's a
So-
Where's the lake?
The lake is in between. It's like kind of in the center of all of them.
So like, this is the lake, right?
Yeah.
We're here.
How
Yeah.
big a lake are we
Gilcrest is like
talking here?
over there,
Yeah.
like lake, and then the
Massive.
temple is like
It's just
over there.
it's kind of like a running
So we
track.
can make us
It's
like the
easier
smallest of
to
detours
go closer
to get
to the
there,
center
and then you go from
Then
there.
you
Ah,
have to go
okay.
around the outside.
But the
'Cause that would
hypotenuse.
take a
Sorry.
much longer time.
But
It's
think
not
of all
just
the dex saves. Fuck.
I don't have about Dex. Look at good Dex.
Okay.
All the dex.
Let's go
Bless.
to the town.
Sure.
I want to ice skate though. I'm getting some skates, guys. Still be getting some skates.
Still we're going skate.
Still be going
Let's see
skating.
if they make him for Cobalt Claw.
Hey, Abelard, when you do good by your god, do you feel like a warm sensation, or like
I typically. I mean.
You just get screaming in your mind.
I get
Andrea, do you feel like that?
I get a.
Kimberly, do you feel like that?
I get a warm sensation when I just do good deeds. My god thanks me for doing them before.
Like when I was talking and I showed them the amulet, and then Kernov like kneeled and said, "Oh, it's an honor to meet a champion of the Omen Killer." The amulet like grew really warm around me, and it's never done that before. Should I be worried, or is that a good thing?
I don't know much about other gods.
Well,
Like,
they're not
I
a
know
god.
be-
They're like a demi-god, champion of gods.
Are they like specifically centered around this plane? I
turned to Kimberly.
I am good with things centered from here.
I get instruments thrown at walls.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, or is that just a Chiva thing?
Up to you.
I turned to Kimberly.
She kind of, I don't think I've ever had thrumming from an amulet or anything similar.
Okay.
But when I have done something that pleases my god, there is certainly a reaction. So I would say that perhaps your connection to this demigod, perhaps they are proud or pleased with your progress. It seems like a good sign to me.
Kruger just kind of
Kimberly giving the actual responses.
Kruger just sort of like, you know, kind of like was like sitting up doing all that, then kind of stands up, brushes off some snow, and then just kind of like in a confident pose, just like walks forward and then just starts like jumping, like boing, 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 out of excitement, like wow, yeah.
Real.
You can
Mario.
That is
see
sort of like just
Hugo
a
kind
very
of
energetic
sinks into
kid.
different patches
Yeah.
of snow.
Mario.
Yeah.
Oh my
I did good.
Is
We nearly died, but we did it.
well, at least now the threat is gone. I suppose he can be loud again.
I guess so.
Oh.
Weren't they just chasing a mammoth?
Boss.
You don't know. Maybe.
So
I don't think he.
I didn't actually say that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I like.
Oh, you said watch out for
Yeah, I
mammoths.
did say watch out for mammoths, and then that dawns on me. I was making noise like, oh yeah, mammoths. Shh. I don't
Anything
know.
else we might have to watch out for?
The thing maybe in the lake. I don't know. They just kind of said mammoths are like the real sort of deal here. Everything else, I guess, is not really
Are
worth
we
their mention.
planning on fighting mammoths, or are we just going straight there?
No,
I don't
So,
think- I don't
to
think you're
get to the
planning on
so
I'm not planning on fighting anything. I want to go have a. I
Well,
want to lie
if
down.
we run into a mammoth, are we gonna fight it or run away?
We'll see. what
it's
happens.
a fucking animal. We can probably do whatever we want.
Yeah.
And
We
could
can kill it.
probably run away.
We can
Pretty
kill it.
sure Val could probably talk to it.
Yeah, no, we can kill it. We can take its tusks. We can.
We do not
and-
need any more tusks or teeth.
But we
Take
can.
this massive mammoth tusk.
Yeah,
And we
nah,
can-
I've.
I'll
And we can
carry
take
it.
its innards
Yeah.
for food. It'd be so much food.
Just eat mammoth organ.
Cook it.
Awful.
Krugar, if you want to eat a mammoth, you can go ahead.
I mean, that kind of sounds badass. That's what the giants do.
I'm a kobold and I have higher standards than that.
Thank God they can't understand common.
Throwback to Dilbert saying like he eats shit off the floor. Yeah, with Greg.
Eating like a rat. off
With
the
Greg.
ground. Yeah.
With Greg in the
Yeah.
cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
In the cafeteria.
Classic
Yeah.
Greg.
Yeah.
Actually, someone get
Greg
taken by the
eats
fucking.
kobolds, so
Greg does eat kobolds. Don't get in the pile or else you're
don't
eating.
get in the pile.
They're getting the food.
You can eat from the pile. You can't get in the pile.
the pile.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Okay. I'm gonna.
so like this
Okay.
lake and stuff. To get to Gilcrest, it's faster to cross the lake a bit than walk around it. But like, how big a detour is it to walk around it?
You can roll. What would this check be?
Perception.
I would say probably survival.
That's not good for
It's
you.
alright. Val roll survival.
If you want to cheat the system.
I love cheating. This is no, just Avalon saying a little bless up. You just gotta do a little bit of pray, you know. Oh, that's 16. That's pretty good.
16?
Mhm.
Cool. You think it's longer by a couple of hours.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, this is an enormous lake.
So I assume like the actual like shoreline for the lake and stuff is like pretty thin on the edges of the valley, and like the lake's a majority of it.
Yeah, well, the lake is probably about, I'd say, so the valley itself, you can judge, is maybe about 5,000 feet
That's not too bad. That's actually pretty good.
to Guildcrest.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And then beyond that is probably another, like,
That's what?
I'd say,
I did 300 feet in a minute.
Huh?
Well, because walking speed's 30 foot. 10 rounds in a minute.
Mhm.
So you do 300 foot a minute.
Yeah.
Which means that's not far at all.
no. So it's
Oh.
up to you. It would take you longer. Let me find my notes.
Is it on
I'll
the-
give you a
is
more
it on the
accurate.
map?
Huh?
I mean, if it's going to be like a couple of hours, I will just come relay to the group. We'll be like, I mean, there might be something in the lake. Apparently, I don't know. But it will be a couple hours longest to skirt the shore.
I mean, from what they said, like, they never saw anything. Only cowards reported it.
Oh shit. I was operating under the wrong assumption of how the difference between foot and meter. My apologies. Give me a moment.
Conversion
So
time.
5,000, yeah, 5,000 meters would be.
We
5,000.
we googled this on Wednesday. How far is a mile? A mile's like 1.6 kilometers or something like that.
1.3. I think.
Is it?
Yeah, something like that.
It's 1.6 actually. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
That's what I said. Yeah.
I'm not a science.
Yeah. Kilometers like 1 mile is 1.6 k's.
I'm fucking the imperial system.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
Americans.
it's so difficult because everything
Where's
in
my fucking
D&D
toggle
is
switch D&D
feet.
Beyond?
Wait,
Okay.
how many feet are in a mile?
It's
Is it
some
1,000
dumb-
feet in a mile?
No,
James knows all this
it's
because
like,
you gotta know about aeronautics. but-
it's like 3,600 or something. Oh,
Fi-
it's way more.
How
than
does that make sense?
Oh, you know what it is? I'm pretty sure it's. I'm pretty
So-
sure it's 3,000 feet to 1 kilometer. Is what my brain was thinking of.
So
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too.
for every 5,280 feet, you walk a mile.
So it's less than a mile to the Gilcrest.
Okay, that's not true. Fuck.
5 miles
Hang
to
on.
Gilcrest.
Yeah, that's the
God.
number
I'm
I
not
was
doing- I
thinking
don't wanna
of, was
do it in miles.
You big brain.
I'm doing it in kilometers. This is bullshit.
Why don't you
Yeah,
make
just
up-
do it. Yeah,
Fuck-
do distance.
fuck that.
Just do what I do and make up distance as you go and write it down somewhere. Like, yeah, 2 weeks. I'll
Because
measure
if
it in time.
Wait,
So
you're the DM. What's
It
the
would-
distance?
So if we're going like distance-wise, it'd take you about a day to Guildcrest.
Okay.
No, sorry, a day to the door.
A day to the door.
Yes,
So-
3/4 of a day to Guildcrest.
So the
So if we get to
Yeah.
Gilcrest, it's a quarter of a day to the door.
Dude, your dog is ill.
What?
She farted again, and it freaking
Ooh.
stinks.
Yeah.
so roughly,
So-
if we're assuming
I
normal
would
walking
say
speed,
The valley itself in kilometers, I'm going kilometers because I
Yeah,
don't
do
understand
it,
the
do
conversion
it.
between feet and meters.
Stick it up to them Yanks.
like I'd say,
I just
if
don't
you're going
understand
with
it.
kilometers, it'd take a day, maybe 30 kilometers to get to the door? If you're saying it'll take a day to get
Yeah.
there?
So the valley itself, the area that you're really focusing on at the moment is probably about, like, to walk to the door, I would say probably about 60k. Like, it's
60?
It's a long way away, the door.
That's like...
To get to...
That's how big the door is?
It's a big fuck.
We can see the door.
It's a huge...
Yeah,
this
we
is
can
a
We can
temple.
see the
We saw it
door
from the stairs. We saw it from
But-
the stairs.
Yeah,
it's
this is a
60
temple to a
kilometers
god.
away.
Yeah. This is
with
a temple
with our
to a
naked
god.
eyes. We can see
Yeah, man.
the.
I assume so.
That's
You can see the impression of
huge.
it. Like, it's... You don't get detail from the door,
That's
but you
fine.
can see that there's a change in the colouring to the mountain.
Sure,
And you can see it looks like wood.
that's wild.
So you assume that's the door. Like, this
It's
is...
made of wood.
Can
from
we
what I know.
walk and talk?
I assumed you were.
Yeah.
we are walking.
I assumed you were. So,
So what, like 15 k's to Gilcrest?
yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And then from Gilcrest, it's like a day's walk to the temple.
Yeah.
Have a snooze outside.
Yeah.
Go get fucked
We'll
up
do the
inside,
math,
come
right?
back out,
If
have
we
another snooze.
triangulate the
God.
distances.
I'm gonna have to
Well,
go
we
back
try
and
and
look
come
at
out
all
with
of the
more
fucking
further.
distances in this world. Like, this world is comparable to, like, our world. That's how I designed it. Like, the
How big
size-
is this continent then?
Like Australia size or
Yeah,
America size?
Australia size.
Australia
America's
size.
teeny tiny.
Yeah, America's smaller than Australia.
Is it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Australia's huge.
Australia is fucking
Yeah, wait,
massive.
yeah, I know that. I just thought America was bigger.
It's massive.
The
Is
maps
there,
don't
how
do
many
us
other
justice.
continents are there? I feel like you've said this
No,
to me.
like you can fit like
Major
multiple
continents?
Texas
Yeah.
and
Like-
Australia and Texas is like the biggest.
There's probably, if we're not including the poles, I'd say there's 5 other major continents. Like, you've got Balastria, Renadium, each of the 3 in the Cardinal Triad. You've got Magul, and you've got Moran.
I'm pretty sure Australia's a little bit smaller than the
Yeah,
US
we
in
are.
terms of width. But,
Not
yeah.
by much though.
Yeah, Russia's the biggest, and I can't remember, I think it might have been China.
We're number
No, wait.
We're number 6.
Canada's on the list.
Russia, Canada, China, United States, Brazil, then
Is
Australia.
United States including Hawaii and Alaska?
Holy shit!
I think so.
Look at that drop off.
Because, but if you
Australia to
include,
India.
if you include,
If they're
you
including
include
Hawaii, it's
Alaska,
gotta probably be the biggest.
no, if you,
Because the gap between like the mainland US and Hawaii is pretty fucking
Mm.
big. It's just across the ocean.
This continent is huge. Like, it's...
Are we including New Zealand when we talk about this with Australia here, guys? I mean, it's not a
Are we
constitution.
including Tasmania? Cause
No, the
Need to
geography
work that.
video in year 9 left Tasmania out.
Oh my god.
Remember, here's Australia lifts up Tasmania
That's how
sitting
big
there.
Australia
I'm like, how are they going?
Damn.
Anyway, continent big. Take long time to
Continent
walk.
Yes.
big. Yes.
Yeah, especially because you guys are walking by foot to most of these places.
We
'Cause
have
you-
horses and a
Yeah.
carriage as well. We just left it.
Yeah,
We're like,
I
yeah,
know.
it's gonna be like a day walk, just, you know, a day trip to the temple.
I
We're,
reckon,
like
like-
wandering outside for weeks.
I reckon Phantom Steed and just leave us.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. So true.
She could just be like.
Val can turn into horse, and I can ride Val. Because I got Val's character sheet.
Val would not be okay with that.
Oh,
Shit,
no.
Mark's in Japan.
Anyway, you guys are walking towards the lake.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We shall say that you guys, after a little bit, managed to get to the lake. I'd say probably like 45 minutes to get to the lake. It's
So
like
we're getting a carriage down the stairs.
that's what it felt like going down these stairs. as well.
No,
That
imagine
is
the
true.
decks there with fucking horses and the carriage down them.
Yeah.
You get to a flight of stairs and the horses just fall off it.
No.
No.
Have to roll a dex save for the horse. Fucking fail.
Yeah, we're close.
There is no way that we are catching horses.
I don't think I don't know if we're going back for the horses. I think they just live there now. I don't know when we're getting back to Ramallah.
Yeah, Drew.
We come back. This is a massive debt. We're like, oh.
Just,
Fuck.
We
You
sold
guys
the.
might earn a lot of money here.
The end of the adventure, we end with like 1 million gold, and we arrive home, and they're like, "Okay, that's all ours." And we start right back at square one.
They
It was
probably
pretty
ju-
decent
They probably would have
before.
just sold our horses at a certain point.
Probably.
Yeah.
You don't know the ethics of the horse trade and run along. Maybe they're keeping them for you.
I think we gave them like a decent amount of gold just to keep them.
Yeah.
You did, yeah, for I think 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well.
Hey.
That's last.
So at the lake now, are we?
What the fuck?
Yeah, you are.
Oh my god.
So you guys can see before you that there's quite a
Whoa. That's so real.
the actual shoreline of this lake is relatively inconsistent. There are some areas where there's a huge embankment, and there's like these large snow drifts that kind of prop up against this shoreline. In other parts, it's really shallow, but the entire lake, it appears to be frozen. What do you guys want to do?
When you flatten the
We
globe,
go over the lake.
the stuff at the top and the bottom gets really big.
I have a question.
Yes.
But when you move those continents
So
down,
I have
Russia
summoned
release them
steed,
yes.
that's why
and where is
you're
it?
looking at
Find
Russia's
steed.
size is not that much crazy bigger than the rest of them.
The steed can take on a form that you
It's bigger,
choose:
but it's
a
not.
warhorse,
it's
a
not
pony,
that
a
much
camel, an elk, or a
Yeah,
mastiff.
It's that much
Is
bigger.
a mastiff a dog?
A dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, dog.
Big dog.
It's a slave.
Salmon dog.
You can have dog. You can have dog friends.
As a horse, dog.
Yes.
Mastiffs need it.
What
I could break
if-
the dog. I'm small.
What if
Dilbert can run pretty
what's
fast.
an animal that would most likely like traverse ice?
Elk.
An elk.
They come from that
Eek,
environment, at least from the
eek,
list. Camel.
Me when
My
Well,
favorite.
if I were to summon
Actually,
an
yes. Sorry.
elk,
Mm.
would that? Do we know how solid the lake is?
No, you guys have no idea.
Can
Oh,
Val
okay.
give it a little tip tap?
Yeah. Roll a nature check.
Oh, yeah. That's alright.
As well.
Yeah.
Pretty
He's
decent.
proficient in it, isn't he?
I will give it a little tap on the back.
Go get him, buddy.
My little triangle. It's a 18.
An 18? Yeah, it seems pretty solid. You don't know it, at least close to the bank it seems really solid. But you don't know about the center of the ice.
So
You figure you probably shouldn't put a lot of pressure on it.
yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to separate ourselves.
Can I? Is there like a stick nearby, like quite a long stick?
You can have a
Possibly.
look for one. You can roll an investigation check for me.
Could I perform the help action?
Yes. If Ira says that she's
Yeah.
looking for a stick.
Yeah, I'm looking for a stick. Is help the?
No, help is a
Advantage.
another d20.
Yo, 17. What am I rolling?
Investigation.
Investigation.
plus 1.
We're dead.
18.
Cool. Yeah, you can find kind of along the shoreline there's a bit of twig or stick that's, relatively long. It's not, you couldn't fashion it into like a sword or anything or like a staff. It doesn't seem that strong towards the
Would it
ends.
be
But
about how thick?
what are you looking for?
I just want to be able to tap the ice to see where, like, if it sounds less thick. You know?
Sure, yeah.
I get you. That's smart.
Yeah.
Val has done a tap of the ice already.
But only on the edge. If we're going
Yeah, so
straight through.
I'm just trying to understand, are you moving forward?
Yeah. Well,
You're
that's
moving
the
onto the
intention.
ice?
Not
Okay.
yet. I'm.
Sure, yeah.
You're, yeah.
You
now
can
that
find a
I've
stick to
got
fit
the
that purpose.
Can I give a quick little cheeky perception check to see if I can find the thing in the lake?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Oh, the monster in the lake.
Monster
Monster on
on the hill.
the hill.
But it's the monster in the lake.
Sometimes I feel like everybody
Some
is
good
a
rolls
baby.
there. That's a 28.
28. Majority of the underneath the actual lake itself, underneath this ice, it's pretty tricky to see. Everything seems like a little bit distorted and weird, and it looks as if there are shapes that are moving underneath it. Some of them you think are just like various reeds and things that would exist in this lake were it not frozen over. And you think there are some fish and other aquatic creatures that are in the lake. You don't see any large shapes at the moment, but I will keep that as an ongoing perception check for you.
Nice. Can
How about we'll probably just start, I guess, crossing.
You gonna cross? Sure.
How far out should we space ourselves? Like, you know, we shouldn't all be like within a close proximity, right? Or else we'll.
Like 10 foot apart, maybe.
Away from Ira's saving throw advantages. Well,
What about
yeah,
20?
Like 10.
Well, how are you moving across the ice?
I think I should go.
Would like to go first, and I want to like really slowly, like kind of tap a couple meters. Or
You want to
however
lead the
far.
group across the.
Yeah.
Sure. The rest of you guys are doing what? Are you in a line, or are you? What are you doing?
How about we'll keep maybe 10 foot on the side of Ira, but up
Yeah.
the front.
Sure.
Just keeping an eye out.
So what's your shape like? You're all going straight across, or you're doing like a diamond pattern,
Yeah,
a
we're
V,
doing-
or what are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing like a triangle out.
Like
Or we just do
birds
like
migrating.
an awkward,
I think it's, yeah,
just like
awkward.
an awkward shape of sorts.
shimmy.
a shape, but we're
Like a-
spaced
like a-
out, so we're not
like
putting too
a-
much pressure in one spot.
That
Like
was
a-
not my question. Yeah, as
like-
what
like
a
a
zigzag.
zigzag.
Okay.
Are we doing a
Oh,
zigzag?
What?
Like on the side though, right? So it's like.
What are
You
you
know
on
what I mean?
about?
You know what I mean?
What the
No?
fuck?
Okay, I'm tripping.
What
It-
are you on?
I don't
Okay,
know.
the
gonna go
best
as a
course
best
of action
Listen
is
to the leader.
to go in sort of like a triangle, but is it? No, because then we'd be
Why don't we just go single file?
because if we put too much pressure in one spot, then it could crack and we could all fall in and die. Sea monster.
Maybe we should
We
spread
just-
out further.
Like single file but spread out, right?
The potential sea
Yeah.
monster that has no confirmed sightings, but
Because
could
you're
be out
only
there.
shoring up like one spot of ice ahead of us, so we all
Well,
sort of want
I
to
would
follow on
like-
that piece.
I would
Not a
kinda
sea
do like-
monster.
You know how
Lake.
Lake monster.
this
Oh,
is the
even better.
only
The Loch
this is
Ness
the only
monster.
like reference I can
Picture the
think
bog.
of. But you know how the canes that people with
Yeah.
Blind people.
sight issues use, and
People
how,
with sight issues use.
well, not
Yeah,
like blind
yeah.
people use them, and like you kind of go across,
Yeah.
and like I do like a kind of like a tap on both sides, and then just
Okay,
kind of
sure.
see
Mm.
what sounds like what.
Mhm.
Roll a survival check for me
Oh
then.
no!
I believe in you.
Gonna go great.
Is that a bardic inspo there,
Well,
or
well, actually, how far away would Ira be from me?
10 foot spaced apart? I don't
Yeah,
know where you'll be.
And obviously, I can see Ira doing this. Because of my subclass, I can give Ira guidance from afar.
Is that the
Triangle.
That's the triangle.
I triangle you.
Long distance guidance.
That's
Yeah, it's-
spirit's guidance for me.
Now 20?
23?
Nice.
Is that 20?
Yay!
Nice.
Well done.
What was it? An H check?
Survival.
20. Oh,
Is it survival?
Survival, yes, sorry.
And plus 0.
No. 23.
23 is still very good.
Yay!
Slay.
Good
Nice.
shit, Ash.
Nice. And you guys are just walking across the ice.
Yeah, slowly.
Slowly?
Yeah.
Sure.
I would like A9 and me to be in the back because we're the heaviest. So.
I think that A9 should be in the middle in
The
case.
middle,
Absolutely not.
No, but what if the ice breaks?
Yeah,
It he's in
no,
the middle.
do
Otherwise,
not.
everybody's gonna like.
Do
Why
not
have
put
I been
A9 in the
saving?
middle.
I'll save him.
We can save him by going back, but
I'll-
if,
Okay,
if
that's
A9
fine.
breaks in the
Some-
middle and all of us fall in,
Cannot
how are we gonna
shorten
save him?
themselves a few inches to make themselves melee.
Yeah.
I
They
already
don't,
weigh
they don't comment
literally
this up
nothing.
to anyone. They just do it.
I
Sure.
literally weigh nothing. I could run across this thing and probably wouldn't make much of a difference.
Would you like to run across it?
I'd like to
No.
be at the front.
Sure. So you're
Overtaking Ira. Otherwise.
I'll walk next to Ira.
next to Ira? Sure.
Bro.
Like next to or like next to.
Within 5 feet or 10 feet?
What's the radius of your saving throw thing?
10 feet.
3 feet.
What's happening?
I don't know.
I'd like to walk 8 feet away.
Sure.
Oh no, it's going in the notebook. You fucked
Another
us.
streak. It's okay, guys.
Another mark on my name.
Another mark down. Do it doesn't follow no rules. Do it the free spirit. Free soul.
You are a free soul, that's why we love you.
Okay, so just to be clear, you guys are slowly moving across the ice.
Yes.
Alright, I'll
Following
get everybody
eye.
to roll a stealth check for me.
Yo. Oh.
Also, your formation is important because if you're all following exactly where Ira went, that will make a difference to these rolls.
I
So
think,
if
well,
you're
yeah,
going
that's-
in...
Well, yeah, because if Ira's tapping that ice.
Yeah, and she's finding like the
I am
like the
not
sturdiest
going where I
ice.
was going.
You're not going where
I'm
Ira's going?
forging my own path.
I had to roll stealth with disadvantage and I got 17 twice.
Nice.
+3, that's 20.
I would
Yeah,
I would
really
like to
funny.
forge my own path in this life.
Alright, so are you all
I would.
following where Ira's
I would
going?
be mimicking Ira's path from a
Same.
distance.
I think that's what we're doing, right?
I'm walking next to Hera, but not like 10 foot away on like the
Okay.
side. So not exactly mirroring, but
Mm-hmm.
okay. Does Val get any bonuses to being stealthy?
Oh shit! I gotta write.
Alright, so
I gotta roll for the rabbit.
No, that wouldn't work.
you all begin making your way across this ice. Making your way across the ice. Skating
Fo-
away across the ice. Following Ira, who begins to tap to see the different thicknesses of the ice. Dilbert's completely gone off by himself to
I'm
the
only
side.
8 feet away.
Sure. This is a big lake. You don't know the... Are you checking for the thickness of the ice?
No.
Sure.
Dilbert!
You're moving across this ice
Dilbert!
at a parallel line. I actually did a pretty good job, like, tapping these spots and finding where it sounds a little bit more hollow to other areas. I will get some stealth rolls from everybody.
Is that what we just rolled?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so-
everybody over 20? Yo! It's a lot of people.
Not 20 for a 22.
22?
Not 24,
Yeah!
23?
No, not 20, but I still got a 23.
Nice. So...
It's
That was
because I
jigs.
shortened myself.
I'm short and I can't do that.
No, yeah, no, yeah.
What's your dex?
Oh no.
+3.
Ira,
Sorry.
your dex?
I got a 20, not a 23.
What's your dex bonus?
My dex.
That's
plus
right.
5.
+0.
Plus what?
+0.
Oh, plus the whole.
So you got a natural 20?
No, I got a dirty 20. Because I rolled 2 17s and I have a +3 to stealth. Sorry.
Alright.
You stinky 20.
What the fuck? Alright. 15. 20 to 15?
Weh.
Yep.
I got an 18.
Did you roll for Val, Lucky?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh no.
Oh god, what did he get?
Fine. It's not garbage.
15 to 10?
14 for Val.
I find it so funny that it's Dilbert.
Yeah, that's you.
I'm just imagining the
I have
reason
a-
why is because
I have a
Dilbert's
plus-
Tokyo fucking
I have a
drifting on the ice.
+7 to
10
stealth.
to 5?
Technically, I got an 8.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, did you?
Are you fucking drifting right now, bud?
I am drifting, bro.
You're making the full kind of music and everything.
I know.
You're like,
A9 got an 8. Kruger got a 5.
so sneaky, dude.
I have disadvantage. A9 has advantage, but he rolls shit and he has no dex. So we need to get this boy like a dex upgrade or something like that. Take some points out of his con.
Alright.
You first, then
I
me,
never said
and then the robot.
I only weigh 30 pounds.
No. The mammoth will come charging on
Oh, that'll be so real. Mammoth on the lake.
Mammoth
How
on
thick
ice.
is this
That's
ice?
Disney on ice.
That's what I was gonna say. Coming
Could
to
we,
Broadway,
like,
Mammoth on ice.
Soar into the ice to see how thick it is.
Do you want to soar into the ice
No.
to see how thick
I
it
do
is?
not want to do that right now.
Dilbert just brings out like a bone saw.
One of those ice saws for like lake fishing. Yeah. Dilbert starts fishing
Sure.
in the lake.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys begin traversing this lake. All of you are kind of crouched down, making your way stealthily across this ice. You can hear the taps of Ira. Everybody's like holding their breath, kind of taking things very shallow. You can hear the of Ira's. Of Ira's stick against the surface, directing you all where to go. And most of you, I'd say you get about halfway across this ice. And Abelard, you can see beneath the surface this large, dark shape begins to weave in and out.
Can I flag the party to stop?
Sure? You're gonna stop everyone?
I'll just like flag and point at the ice.
Sure. You all look down and you can see this huge shape just...
How big are we talking? Like Remoraz size, giant size?
Remoraz size.
No, no thanks.
It seems very sleek,
Mm-hmm.
but this lake seems deeper than you thought it was.
That's nasty.
You guys are approaching the center.
You're gonna give me friggin' phobia-ness.
Phobia-ness?
Phobianess. Scary. As you guys are beginning to move again, following in each step. Slightly off to the side, Dilbert. You're kind of moving a little bit quicker than the rest of the party. You're just kind of looking around. You've seen the shape in the water and you think, oh, it's no big deal, I'm pretty light. You're beginning to step. With a bit of a lapse in judgment, you're not going as stealthily as you expect, and you can feel beneath your foot this crack. Do you stop or you keep going?
I keep going.
You keep going?
Yeah.
You're a brave fool.
I keep going. If this part's weak, then why not go to the next part?
True. Facts.
Sure.
Might be stronger.
You begin to move and you can feel your foot sinking down.
Yeah, this is so not a sight.
If I fall into the lake,
As
I'll
you
do my
step further
flying
and
thing.
further across.
I just keep going. I'm like, yeah, it's alright.
As Dilbert is travelling relatively close to you guys, the cracks in the ice
Tell that I swear to God.
begin to spread across further. And Kruger, you can feel it
What?
beneath your foot as
Good.
you step down.
Can I try something to remedy the cracks?
Yep.
This is one of the moments of maybe good creative idea. So, ice knife shoots ice.
That's a terrible idea.
Ice knife is an explosive.
Hey,
It's ice though.
can I?
So, you're casting
I
ice
have a
knife?
better
I'm not.
idea.
That-
I have a better idea. I have cold breath.
yeah.
Can I
Like
freeze
welding
the
the
ice?
ice back with a
Can I refreeze the ice?
Well, like that's why I'm like
What's
one.
the range of cold breath?
It is a 20-foot cone, 30-foot line, or a 30-foot line that is 5 feet wide.
Oh.
Sure. If you
Just
want
in a
give it shot.
20-foot cone on the ground. Just
Sure.
cold breath the ground.
Sure. You want to do that? You can if you want. Or Val can cast Ice Knife.
Please don't cast ice knife.
You can do
Ice knife is
That's
probably
honestly a better idea
the
than
worst
ice knife.
idea than ice
Ice Knife is a triggering spell for me.
Well, that's why I was like asking, probing the DO of how explosive is ice knife in your world. Is it like I'm just gonna? It's like throwing a rock out, or like I'm throwing a giant hunk of ice, or because it's like cold damage.
No,
to it, like...
it's a knife that you're it's like you're throwing a knife into a crack in the ice.
Oh.
And then it
So let's not do that.
Good thinking.
if it explodes shards outwards, it's pretty explosive.
Yep.
You just want to send an
I would
ice
just
grenade.
like to
yeah.
refreeze the ice.
don't hate
Sure.
your idea.
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna roll with this one. I'm not very smart, so that will be a 7.
Alright. Read me exactly what cold breath does, please.
It is an exhalation of draconic energy.
Mm-hmm. That does what? Just look at your character sheet. Come on, man.
It says, well, it's an attack action
Yep.
that does 2d6 of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is an attack of exhalation of draconic energy. That's all it says.
Sure.
In
And
a
you
20-foot
roll to
cone.
hit?
Huh?
You roll to hit?
The ice,
Yeah. You roll to hit with it, or is it a save?
it's a save.
A save?
Yeah.
Alright, I'd like A9, Kruger, and...
Thanks,
No,
man.
no,
I'm
sorry.
8 feet away! I'm 8 feet away from everyone.
It's a 20-foot cone, right?
Yeah. And I'm 8 feet away from Ira.
Who I'm also quite far away from everyone else because we spaced out.
My mistake. Let me redo some maths.
Yeah.
It looks a little bit wonky.
Yeah, you think about
Some trigonometry going on.
So I'd
Oh,
like
yeah.
June
How wonky
and
can
Ira
Yeah.
to roll for me.
It's a deck save, guys.
A deck save. And I'd also like Val to roll one.
Are you a
It'll only be you.
Only you.
That's what's
Because we're all
This
This
spaced
is
out.
Ice Knife all over again.
And it's you doing it again!
Yeah.
I was going fucking doing some sick shit. I don't know what it's doing, but he's on it.
What was yours?
not good.
It's okay. This
A
is
7.
just to see how much damage you take from me.
What's your DC to save?
13.
13? Yep. June, did you succeed?
No, I did not.
What did you get?
12.
Right.
Damn. 22 for Val. He got a
Nice.
nat 20.
Alright.
Real.
Nice.
He's fucking backflipping that shit.
Roll your damage.
Okay.
These.
If you had succeeded on your intelligence check, this could have been avoided.
I'm not smart.
Yeah.
With June and Ira, that'll be the.
Yes! Thank God! 2-1!
Yes!
2 damage. You take 1 damage and the rest of
Hey,
you take
you don't have
2.
any plus to it?
No, it's literally just 2d6. That's flat.
Sure.
I'm
Alright, so you
so
take 2
happy to
damage.
see 2
Oh,
Snake eyes! Let's go!
Sure. So
It is
you can
just
see
the
that
cold
some of
breath.
the cracks do begin to close up, but Dilbert is just kind of firing this cone of cold, like
Pure cold.
pure ice towards you guys. These little like biting bits of cold that kind of
do
nip
that.
at your ears, your extremities, and it begins to get really chilly for the people closest to Dilbert, Ira and June.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of shrugged that off a little bit. It's just like a little bit of a chilly.
Chill. A little
Yeah.
bit of a
chill.
nip. It nips at your skin.
You do see, however, that the cracks have not closed near Kruger and A9. But Val appears to just kind of
Don't
jump to the
ice
side
knife.
and then move forward.
Please don't ask
I have
me.
a really.
guys.
Oh, sorry.
What do I do? And I point to my feet.
Can,
I have a really stupid idea.
Oh no.
I have a smarter one.
We like stupid ideas. They work sometimes.
I have a good idea.
Let's hear both of them.
What is it?
Can, Val go over to Kruger and cast Mending on the ice?
Mending.
Yep.
Is ice an object?
Technically.
I would say it's a material. I don't think it's.
Nice.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna
I think like.
Can I use Tinker's tools on the ice?
Can I like sew the ice back together?
Can I hit
I
ice
would say-
with the hammer?
You can't use it for natural things.
Okay.
So you can if it's something like cloth that's being woven for like a sail or something like that, because that would technically be an object. But for things like a wooden door, you could close that up as well. But if it's just pure like frozen ice, a lake, it's not necessarily like an object. You can't mend the entire lake. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, for real. I agree.
Oh, worth a shot.
Nice thought though.
Can I use another charge?
No,
of
no.
Dragon?
Hang on.
Yeah, you have an idea.
My idea. If you're standing and putting pressure on one spot, then that is obviously taking the weight of you and A9. So the cracks would crack more, I guess. But really stupid. If you were to lay down and spread out your body mass and
That's
kind of
bad.
crawl
That's what you're meant to
along,
do.
Yeah.
I weigh like 150 pounds.
doesn't
Who
matter.
says that?
Instead of having
Kruger.
150 pounds in one
Kruger
spot,
with the sword.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And my armor.
you would have
That's actually
spread it
smart.
out and
Yeah.
crawled along.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Or
Yeah.
like
Okay.
slide the sword to someone else as well.
No, fuck that. Not good.
Okay.
I'll die with
I
that.
will, taking Ira's advice, I'll kind of like step, like very gingerly and gently to like the other side of the crack, and then start to like get on all fours, and then like lie down on my stomach, like okay, now what?
I'm gonna throw. Oh, sorry.
Could Falcos pass without a trace on the body?
You could have.
I was waiting for that.
It's not my stat block!
I know, but I wasn't gonna say it. Do
Sure. Roll a dex check for me with disadvantage.
I'm gonna cast a
No.
trace now on people.
My favorite number.
It's a 2, isn't it?
Shadow.
Can't re-roll that bitch.
Exactly. So a 2 becomes a 4.
Sure. So,
Do
while
I
it's a nice idea,
Yeah.
Kruger, as you go to step over, you naturally, as you're lifting your foot,
Mm-hmm.
put more weight on your other foot. And you plummet through the ice.
No.
And you watch as Kruger just vanishes through the ice as the
I was gonna
cracks
say.
begin to spread towards the party.
Vanish.
Yeah,
I
beneath
weigh
the ice.
150 pounds. My armor is sinking me.
Like a stone, yeah. You're trying to struggle, and you feel this chill kind of seize up across your chest.
Sorry,
I would
why
like you to
did-
roll a con save for me.
Nice. Okay.
Yo, a con save for con? What?
16.
Okay, you're not freezing to death yet.
Right.
How? Why did that happen? Was that because I told?
Well, when you stand
No, that
up,
was because of me.
My
This
bad.
is my fault entirely.
so when you stand up, if you think about it, when you put weight on one foot when you stand, you're putting more weight on
Yeah.
that to lift your other foot. So it makes it heavier.
Why did you wait? You stood up?
no,
I was
no.
I was spreading out my legs, and then in the
He-
process of
he
lying
rolled a
down,
2.
and then I rolled a 2.
It
So
was low.
Oh.
I rolled bad, so I fall.
So you are currently through the ice. I should also point out, Kimberly is actually at the back of the group, so she's behind you.
Okay. What about A9?
A9
he
is
also
just
falling?
in front of you. So this will be the first round,
Yep.
and then I'll get A9 to roll for me. But I don't think he wasn't necessarily following in your footsteps in lifting your foot to move, right?
No, A9 would
Can-
have. A9's smart. He would have been doing the smart.
Yeah,
thing.
but you said you stepped over the crack, right?
Big
I didn't. Yes, I did.
So
Would Val have seen a creature like a porpoise or something
Big-
where it's
more
able to
surface area,
survive in
float
colder
better?
temperatures underwater? Or like a
Crack
polar
more
bear?
ice.
I'm
Kill
gonna say
everyone.
probably not, no. But other aquatic creatures, if you get this one for me.
Well,
I'm just
yeah,
too
one that is
We should have gone
resistant
around the base.
to like icy waters or something. Like
I should've
something
just
that would be
gone
big
on.
enough that could help Kruger get out of the water without drowning and dying of cold.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna just make a tender.
I would say the closest is a bear for Val. Like resistant to cold would
Yeah.
probably be like a grizzly bear.
Bears are pretty good though.
What about a polar bear?
I think polar
Val's
bears
never
see
seen a
us.
polar bear before.
Loki already asked.
Mm.
Could he make a roll for his studies though?
Druids have to
You,
see
you
their
have
thing
to
to
actually
wild
see
shape.
the creature. Yeah.
So books don't count.
Books don't
No.
count. No. Druids and the bookie text.
Give me a sec. I'll have a look at some base. I'm pretty sure.
Can I, while this is all happening, with like just sheer force of strength and will, try to swim up?
Yeah, so that'll be your next round.
Okay.
So actually I should look at Kimberly's stats. Give me a moment.
We already know what happens with Amen. Kimberly Kimberly
she's,
won't come
she's
down.
behind Kruger.
I'm glad you're more concerned
Go.
for the
Oh,
NPC
yeah.
than me.
She's already
So I'll
dead.
get
She
you to roll
can't
for
die.
A9 for me first, a dex save.
She's dead. She can't die. It's
What
okay.
about
You don't know she's dead.
How do I?
Is there any
Okay.
advantage or disadvantage for A9?
Doing that too much.
No.
Because that will
A9 got a 4.
track if you do it too much.
Okay.
Oh no, sorry.
Start drawing.
A 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuck in the same
The
situation
7,
again.
you watch as the cracks
Uh-oh. That's
spread,
not...
and then
What are you trying to do?
A9 drops as well. Con save for A9.
A9's also good.
You watch as Kimberly kind of just stays very, very still, drops,
Low and crawls.
and is just waiting there for a moment and just kind of holding her breath and waiting for the cracks that are now spiderwebbing out from where Kruger and A9 dropped. And these chunks of ice that are kind of just sinking into this space that's been made in the surface of this lake to stop.
A9 got a 12.
At 12? Cool. 6 hits.
Oh, lucky bastard.
So scared.
I'm so sorry.
Can Arkanoid freeze to death? I mean, probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, let's just assume that he can take. We're gonna die together.
Oh no, you're not gonna die.
How can we?
Wouldn't that be so fitting that Kruger gets this moment, a cool interaction with like the creatures he's
Kruger's
always
not
always
gonna
looked up to,
die,
and then
don't worry.
dies of hypothermia?
You're not gonna die.
You know what?
You're not gonna die.
Hey, if that's what happens, that's what
You're not
happens.
gonna
It's
die.
fine. It's fine. I'll be upset, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You're not gonna die.
God.
So Kimberly stops. Now you want to try and get up.
Mm-hmm.
Roll an athletics check for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody else in the party doing anything at this point? Or you're all just stopping and waiting?
Yeah, it's stopping and waiting. We can't run to the ice that's falling and cracking to hell.
8.
I rolled another
You
2.
begin to sink.
Would
Down
Val have
the-
seen a saber-toothed tiger before?
I mean, it's a prehistoric animal, which is like Val's specialty. So I will say, actually, yes.
Does that mean he can do a plesiosaurus
He's seen.
instead?
No, he's
Okay.
seen.
He can't turn to swimming creatures yet.
Oh, never mind. Wait.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
seen.
wait, maybe he can actually.
He's
We're
level 6.
Oh yeah, no, he can
Yeah.
turn. Oh yo, he can turn into a
He's
swimming
seen the
creature.
skeleton of a saber-toothed tiger. So
Turn into a swimming thing and come save me.
I'm looking for one that will survive the ice.
Just turn into a fucking whale.
all right, guys, let's
Next.
chill.
Sorry,
Let's chill.
sorry,
Let's
sorry.
chill.
Breathe. Except for the
So-
people
Giant
underwater.
elk? Question mark.
Aaron doesn't need to
They could survive in cold temperatures.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you wanna give it a
and
shot.
the elk can swim underwater.
Yeah.
Well,
You
they
can give
not by
that a
stats.
shot if you'd like Val to change into an elk.
Yeah, because he's got giant elk stats,
Elk.
and that's strong enough to lift Kruger out of the water as well, and can swim.
Sure.
The elk can swim.
So a couple of
the
things.
ice.
Yeah, they can swim.
In nature, they can. In D&D rules, no, they can move 60 foot, so they've got a 30-foot swim speed.
So first of all, you watch as Kimberly pulls out a feather, and it looks like a long kind of what's the best way? It's almost like the same coloring as a peacock feather, but looks more like an owl feather or a hawk feather. She pulls it out, waves something, and you see a spectral impression of a bull kind of just appears behind her and runs through.
What the fuck?
And she kind of stops for a second. You can see that shimmer in the eyes, and she is going to slowly begin to move forward.
Is she gonna jump down willingly? Why?
She's moving very, very slowly to the edge. Val's turning into a giant elk.
Yes.
Roll a dex save for me with disadvantage.
Because that's a big change of weight.
That is a big change of weight, yep.
Although elk doesn't
To
can
be
walk
fair,
on ice
I would have rolled on that
naturally.
one
They
regardless
can,
of
but
where I was.
Yeah.
the giant elk is taking place
Then that one
on
would have
Val's
gone
weight.
anyway.
Solid 9.
A 9. The elk
This
sinks
is the
through
way
it.
it was always.
And the cracks begin
preordained
to
to be.
spider out. I need everybody to roll a dex save for me. That's
Oh
not
yeah,
currently
now
rolling.
everybody's dying. TPK by Lake, bitches.
Okay,
It was
that's
a
bit
dex
better.
save. Dex.
Nadia?
I'm within the thing.
Bad rolls came back to haunt
10
you.
foot radius. Isn't
You
it?
don't deserve it.
I get it though.
Dex save, what'd you get? A 1. Nadria plummets through. the ice and is going at a much quicker rate.
I
Dilbert,
rolled a 19 that time.
right? You manage to just kind of, as all of these sheets of ice are just careening into the lake, all of these splashes of ice water coming up.
fly underwater.
Dilbert, you manage to find your stance. June,
7.
you sink through the ice. Ira, 20.
Dirty
You
20.
manage to keep your balance as well, despite all of these shards of ice that are just breaking off, snapping.
16.
Succeeds as well. So, majority of the party are now in the water. Kimberly just looks at the rest of them, kind of just lifts her hands, and then is going to dive into the water.
Don't do that, Kimberly.
The gravity thing, Kruger.
Can
I don't have it.
Abelard tie
I used it to save June
a
last
rope
session.
around one of
don't have
his
a charge.
knives
I need a long
and
rest.
drop
I don't
that
have a
in,
body
so there's
charge
a
to
way pull down the
pull a tail
rope.
or anything.
Who are you aiming for?
Who's the closest to me?
The closest to you?
That is a...
Nadria.
I will drop my knife rope at Nadria.
Me?
Sure.
You get a rope.
That'll sink a little bit
I
slower,
know, but
but it will sink.
Pull out a card or something.
I can't play a card. I don't have bardic left.
Can Val help someone get out?
You will give it a shot. So I need everybody to roll initiative that's in the ice right now.
Cool.
Does everyone need to roll initiative or just people in the ice?
Just people in the ice. You guys are alright.
9.
Dex, Val. Oh. Me. I guess you can help ones that are failing.
16?
A9 gets a 4. Kruger gets a 9.
Yep.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, Val's got a 5.
Okay, nice. So, alright. What's your initiative, June?
I haven't done it yet. Give me
Do
one
it, do it,
second.
No, do it.
6.
Alright, so
Yeah, we roll that shit.
6 I believe was before... what did you get, Kruger?
9.
9, okay. So, Nadria, Kruger... Actually, Kimberly is first. So, Kimberly, Nadria... Kimberly, Nadria, Kruger... what did A9 get?
4.
What did Val get? Did Lockie say?
5.
Okay,
Yeah,
so...
Because
It'd be
Yeah.
after
June,
Kruger before A9.
June, Val, A9, yeah?
It's fine.
That sound right? Yeah.
We'll find a way.
Alright,
I would have rolled in that one anyway.
so
This is how
Kimberly
it
is going to go first for...
Further away, I guess. It didn't matter.
Kruger sinking pretty deep, so she's going to go first for A9.
Yeah, fair. No, go for A9. Get him
And
out.
try again to lift him up through the water. Okay, does so.
She's so
Damn,
She-
Kimberly is buff. Kimberly's
She's
ripped.
actually, she really is not. She has a +1. She's
Kimberly's
on
ripped.
struggle stream.
Kimberly
She
like,
grabs
punches up.
A9 under the armpit. She casts enhance ability on herself, so she gets
sure.
yeah on
Ah, the bull strength.
Yeah.
Yo, that's
and she throws like panic in her eyes. She's throwing A9 up. A9 will roll a Dex save for me with advantage. It's a pretty low DC. So
yeah, but this is A9.
We
Yeah.
should have outrun
Yeah, it doesn't
the outrun the
roll.
ice.
A9 just does. Unless A9's
You've
only
just
good for
taken the extra couple hours in the shoreline.
And
11.
Alright, grabs the side of the ice, kind of slaps the hand down and is like, kicking in place. That'll be Kimberly's turn. She used 30 feet to get down and her action. So next up we have Nadria. You can see the rope kind of just slowly moving towards you, so I'll get you to roll an athletics check for me.
Would it be slowly? Because when met with the knife would be made of metal and sharp and dynamic.
piercing.
What's the weight of it though?
It's not a lot, but it's metal.
And
like
like,
the-
be
Like
Piercing.
even then, like a
It-
fishing hook drops quite quick as well.
It does, but the shape of the dagger is pretty unwieldy, so it's... I mean, I'm going to say it's dropping slower than Nadria, because Nadria weighs more. Right? That's... Roll your athletics.
9.
Sure, actually I set the DC at 8, so you managed to grab the rope, but you can't pull yourself up. So you feel a tug on the rope.
Oh, you
near
got
Hey,
where
you got an Adria!
yeah, you're the really strong one in the
Now
party.
you need to do the Stardew Valley fishing minigame.
Oh my god, can I play that?
Alright, so up next we have Kruger. What's Kruger doing?
Okay.
Do anything.
Yeah.
I can't do anything
Okay.
to help.
Okay.
You can roll an athletics check for me if you're trying to swim up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
You can
done
see
enough.
Kimberly is kind of hovering near where you are.
I would have rolled the nat one anyway, as
Can
it
I
didn't
see the
matter
bottom?
where I was.
You can't.
No, that's not good.
The nat one
This
would
is a
have
very,
come.
very, very,
This is
very
really
deep
dim
lake.
light as well. Yeah. It's really difficult to see, and you guys are all holding your breath now. So.
Okay, I can hold my breath for a fucking hot minute.
That one.
Yeah, I'll just try another athletics check to try
Sure,
and swim
go
up.
for it. So this time you're too low down to get up to the surface, but you can get to kind of where Kimberly is.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
No, no. Oh. No, that's not an 8. Okay, that's a 9 total.
9. Unfortunately, you do not succeed, so
fine.
you are falling
That's
quicker.
fine.
Up next we have June. What are you doing?
I presume I got to do an athletics check to swim.
If there's anything else you want to do, you can do that.
No, just
Sure.
this.
Just yep, athletics.
That is a 7.
7. You begin to sink.
Beautiful.
Sorry?
I got a negative 2.
So you're you're kicking upwards, trying to get up to the surface, and unfortunately, just everything around you, like your cloak has filled with water, basically, and is just dragging you down. Val, what's Val doing?
Who is Val nearby?
Val is closest to June.
Can Val, as the giant elk,
You're not gonna die.
kind of push and lift June up and kind of swim upwards?
Yeah, so go underneath June and
Yeah.
then lift upwards. Yep.
Nice.
Roll an athletics check for me.
Kimberly, number 1.
That's not have that.
The player's number 1.
That's a great roll. I rolled a 2 for a 6.
A 6, you kind of shove June to the side, can't quite get a grip, and you are both like sinking as the elk is trying to like swim, keep you afloat, but doesn't really manage to do so. Next we have A9, but A9 is, I'm assuming, getting up.
Wait, do people not just have a default swim speed?
So roll a stealth check for me.
Say 9.
Yep.
Is part of that a try still
If-
up?
Did Val cast
No,
it?
Val turned the giant elk to come jump in and
So
save
no
us.
pass without a trace.
Did he not? So he didn't cast it before?
No, yeah.
No.
Okay, cool. So stealth for A9.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he does have a stupid roll. I rolled a 7 and a 6 for a total of a 6.
A 6.
He's got a -1.
Oh my god.
With a 6, the ice begins to crack under A9 again. And I would like everybody still in the water to make a con save for me.
Yep.
Alright.
17.
Try and get you out of skin.
Nadria,
8.
8. You fail. And you take only 4 points of cold damage. What did Kruger get?
17.
June?
6.
You failed, take 4 points. Kruger, what did you get, sorry?
17.
Oh yeah, you're all good.
I just completely
Val?
forgot.
14.
14?
I'm exhausted.
Oh, you are. Yeah, you are.
Is that no? That's ability.
But
yeah,
I
ability
know,
checks.
but-
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yo, true.
Yeah?
Didn't we have a long rest?
No! I got exhausted from the fucking stairs!
Oh, yeah, you
Val
did
got
too.
What, sorry? 14. All good. A9 is no longer in the water. So, alright, up next we have Kimberly, who is going to attempt to get down to Kruger. You would be...
If
How
I
much
can-
do you weigh?
A bit.
Oh, we were
How
over
far
this
away is the
yesterday.
shore?
Yeah, 144 plus.
You guys are like pretty much in the center of the ice at this point.
144 plus 33, 177 pounds.
Let me see what I think that's like closer to.
That's like 60-ish.
Yeah. So you're falling, but you're not. I'll say you're not quite out of the 30-foot range. I know actually, because Kimberly.
I've fallen down twice now. Twice lower.
Yeah. So you're.
If I could see Kimberly.
So Kimberly is going to swim down towards you and is going to hold out a hand, and she's going to ready an action for you to get to her. Alright, so...
Oh, I was going to gesture for her to go try and, like...
She's...
No. She denies that.
Yeah, she's holding her hand out. She's going to ready an action for if you get up to her, and you'll find out what that is when you do so.
Okay.
Nadria, you're up next.
I'm gonna try and get myself up.
Roll an athletics check for
Do
me.
you have any spells?
Does the rope give any advantage?
Oh yes, actually you've got onto the rope. So I would
No,
say,
it
are you
doesn't-
pulling?
I will be pulling. Can I also cast the guidance?
On yourself.
On
You
you?
can't reach me.
Oh,
I'm range
You need
guidance.
touch.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'll touch guidance.
Touch
Yeah.
me, baby.
I can help now.
You would have to pull on the rope. You're gonna try. And,
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so
well, I
you
guess
can
we're
roll
gonna
with advantage. Yeah. So
Guess-
you just a flat roll. Yeah.
So that's a 5 altogether.
So you're on this rope and you feel it kind of dislodge from your hands, Abelard, and you're scrabbling. Roll a dex save for me.
Can I go help Abelard?
You can.
It's
Yeah.
a 12.
A 12. Yeah, that's all good. You
Okay.
hang on to the rope.
Can I
Can
run
I-
over to help?
Can I
can, just hang on a
see above the water? Like if I open my eyes, can I see?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna misty step up into the air somewhere.
Sure. Go for it. You misty step up into the air wherever you can see.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright.
I'm just gonna.
That's your act. That
My bonus action.
Bonus action. Sure. All right. You misty step up into the air and you begin to drop.
Yep.
Roll a dex save for me.
It's a 7.
You feel the ice crack underneath you. Plummet again.
I'm just holding a limp
Why did you say in the air?
Wait, why didn't you say like just above the ice?
You could say like on the lip of the eyes. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I was
Okay,
just trying to see
well,
like where I can
Roll
see.
actually. What did you get with your dex save?
7.
Okay, so the ice begins to crack, but you're not plummeting through
Okay,
it again
okay.
with the force of you just like dropping in the air. Cool.
Okay,
So you're-
Did you misty step out of the ice?
well, to the.
Oh my god, thank god.
All right.
I
Up
did it
next
3 more
we-
times.
Up next we have Kruger.
See, my flying is useless here. I can't even use my wings. I don't know what to do.
Wait, where'd it go? Sorry. I just wanted to check something.
So that way at least I can take another breath. So if I go under again, I'll just keep doing that.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
DM question here. With my Giant's Might ability, right, it says if you are smaller than large, you become large along with anything you are wearing. If you lack the room to become large, your size doesn't change. Could it be implied that I don't have to become large but still gain the effects of Giant's Might? So my size wouldn't change.
Because if you
but I
don't
guess-
have the space to become large, though. So to me,
Yeah.
that implies that if you do have the space, you do have to become large.
Yeah, I tried. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine. I was
You
trying
can
to
still change size
You
in
can
the water.
still change
yeah, but I don't want to like.
The hole is definitely big enough to let you get out of it now.
Yeah, a huge elk just
At least
You
your
don't
head would be
gain
a...
weight if you turn into giant form. do
No,
you?
but surface
this
area
is
as
safe.
well. Your buoyancy would increase with the size. The buoyancy of a human body, the size that he would become, would outweigh the amount of armor and sword that he's got on.
It's up to you. If you want to.
I'm only doing it for the advantage.
How
I think-
buoyant you
God.
are, how much you float,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it because I keep
and
fucking rolling
humans
twos.
without
Alright.
clothes on float.
Everybody that's like above the ice or sort of in the water just sees like just a momentary bright glow as they just become 8 foot tall.
Sure. You become 8 foot tall?
Yeah, I become large, Giant's Might, so I might have for a minute.
Touch the bottom.
No.
No. And I roll athletics checks with advantage.
Yep, roll
now.
an athletics check for. Oh, is that your action or bonus action?
It's a bonus action.
Okay. Roll athletics for me.
It'd be really shitty if that was a fucking action.
Do I have a turn in this order?
You haven't rolled initiative yet.
Sure.
But,
Do I?
I'll get to it in
Yeah,
you
sure.
guys all have not rolled initiative. You can in a moment.
Sure,
Oh, okay,
sure.
sorry.
I'm just gonna do True Guys first.
24.
Yeah. You kick
more
up
like
and you get to Kimberly, and Kimberly is going to slingshot you up. Yep, does so without a problem. She's
She's so
grips your forearm, and
My
you
massive,
don't really
my
need
massive
her.
forearm.
Yeah, you don't really need her help too much, but she kind of tugs upwards and gives you an extra little boost, and you're pretty much right at the top.
Yo,
now.
Your weight doesn't change. Your weight remains the same.
It just says my size
No,
becomes large.
it's your. This is because he succeeded on an athletics check.
Yeah, no, but in terms of like weight against the ice,
It would change.
would
Yeah, it would
Sure.
change.
Well, I can
it's
drop
not
it.
Ant-Man rules. The atoms increasing in distance.
Ant-Man doesn't obey those rules.
I know
But
Ant-Man
we
really
blasted.
doesn't obey
So
that.
you slingshot
to,
up to
but
the
they
top.
never
Roll a
do.
dex save for me. With advantage.
They
Advantage.
pretend to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're
say
gripping
it.
onto the ice. Kimberly's helped you up.
And then you lose the
Okay.
plane. It's like,
How far is Ira from all
He
this?
runs along a gun.
You were further than 10 feet from
Yeah,
Ira.
that's fair. I try, you gotta try. Okay. 14.
All good. You grab onto the ice.
The second I grab the ice, I'll go back to small
All
size.
right.
Makes it
Um,
round.
A huge gulp of
When
air.
he hits the ground, he makes it.
June, you're up next. What are you doing?
I am doing another athletics check.
All right.
That is a 6. 8 minus 2. That was harder
Sure.
than I thought.
You're sinking, but you kind of collide with Val. You don't make any progress in getting out. Val is doing what?
Do I need to make a con save?
Not yet.
No, that's
Has Val seen giant constrictor snake?
Because snakes can swim.
They can swim.
Some snakes.
I don't even know. Like,
We need to make like a little book of all the
If
things
it
that
helps,
are-
it's
Yeah,
to be
I
found in
haven't
a
had-
desert/swamp.
Damn.
I haven't
Yeah.
had this chat with Mark, so I'm gonna say tentative yes for now.
Cool.
Why not?
Then he suffers from amnesia
Yeah,
and then forgets
um,
how to do
Yeah, action, drop out of elk, bonus action, turn to giant constrictor snake,
Sure.
30-foot swim speed, +4 strength. Can Val swim with June on the back, just back to the
There we
surface?
go.
I think June's
Well,
saying.
June, you've used your action to do so you couldn't grab June.
It's a bonus action for you to wild shape, right?
Yeah,
but it's an action,
Action
to drop out.
to drop.
Ah,
So next turn, you could do
damn,
that,
that's
yeah.
rough.
But because it would be an action to hold a creature or to grab a creature, to swim up. But you could do that next time, yeah.
Cool.
A9 is
Val's
out,
saving the day,
so everybody's still in the water. We need con saves.
Even
And then I'll get you 3 to roll initiative for me.
What was that?
Hmm?
What was that?
Alright.
do
That'll be a
DM, do me
17.
and A9 need to roll con saves since we're on the edge?
No.
No.
No, you're up,
There's even
I
more
think,
hit
aren't you?
points.
Yeah.
Yes.
Out
Actually, yes.
of water.
Okay, yeah.
Not submerged.
Initiative rolls, do it.
17.
17, cool.
No. Yes, 17.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's on this.
That's a fun beast.
Abelard.
Enormous tentacle. Sorry, Val's con save was 11, Abelard's
16.
initiative is a 14.
14, I believe that is. There we go. Alright, Ira.
14.
Alright, same as Abelard, so. Cool. And I believe you have the same dex, do you? Or do you have a 4?
+3.
Okay, and +3 for you as well.
Plus
Oh,
zero.
plus 0, sure. So Abelard, you go first. Who else is in the water? June, con save.
2.
What did you?
You
What's your
take 6
initiative?
points of damage.
+3.
No. What's
I got an
what
8.
roll?
Like a 14.
I rolled
You're
17.
I think it's
Am I?
between us
Yeah.
two.
Oh,
No,
okay.
oh, okay,
They got
okay,
the same.
okay.
Oh, my bad.
So you don't have
I
to
was like,
worry.
Oh, good.
I definitely rolled.
What did Val get? An 11, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
sexy boy.
I think it's
I have
just
an
Val,
idea.
June,
But it's
Kimberly
mostly
in the water
to
at the moment, yeah?
prevent
Okay,
it from
yeah.
happening again.
Cool. So up first we have Kimberly.
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 She
Kimberly, save
is
us.
going to.
Slay.
Save us.
Whereabouts
slay.
is she? She's.
Slay for us, Kimberly, slay.
She does that every time she exists. She always
She's
does.
going to swim over to Val and June. It will be.
Hero.
You guys are further than. So she's going to dash to swim over to you.
June's been sinking a while, hasn't she? Am I deeper than everyone at this point? With 3 failed saves?
So you collided with Val because Val swam underneath you to lift you up slightly, but you didn't get to the top. So you're
Did
kind
I
of
not then slide off Val, didn't you say?
yeah, but you're If
You're
you want to
still-
sink deeper, you can.
No.
My ruling is that
You're at
You're
the
kind
same
of-
level as
you're at the same level as Val.
Cool.
Generous DM.
And-
Generous DM.
Kimberly has swum over. She can't do anything, though she's dashed to do so. Yeah, she can't do anything else. Cool. So, up next we have Dilbert.
Okay. I can't really do anything to help anyone get out. So, and I want to do this gently as I can. Unfurl my wings.
Mm-hmm.
Fly 45 feet up in the air. Scan for thicker areas of ice where we can stand and recoup and not die.
Mhm.
And then bonus action dash gently go 45 feet back down to the ground.
Okay. So to take off requires a bit of pressure.
Sure.
So I'll get you to roll just a straight dex check for me.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Yes, slay.
Dex check.
Same.
A 6.
A 6, the ice cracks underneath you as you take off.
Sure.
Perception check for me.
I also roll. Yay! I got a nat 20 and a 4. Another 6. My passive
It's
perception's
really
better.
hard to see anything from up here that would tell you which spots are thicker than others.
Anything that looks whiter than the rest?
Yeah, there's some snow dusting across some patches of the lake. But what you do see is that there is a shape that's moving very quickly across the lake towards the party members that are still in the water.
Yay.
Is it friend?
No.
Who
What if
knows?
it is friend?
There you go, guys.
I'll take her to the other side of the
And
room.
then are you dashing to go back down?
Dashing
to
to
the
go
ground, or-
back down.
Sure.
Maybe, can I go somewhere that's not the cracked ice?
Yeah, if you want to.
Sure, I'd like to go.
Roll a dex
Okay.
check for me. Actually, this would be a dex save because you're trying to.
So not
You're
disadvantage.
still within 5.
No, I'm way up in the air now.
45 feet up.
Yay! That'll be a 24.
Sure, you touch down really softly, and you don't hear any ice crack underneath you. Maybe this part is thicker, I'm not too sure.
Do I still know which direction the whiter parts of the ice were?
Yeah.
Okay.
Avalada, you don't
Nadria,
have
up
water
next,
walk
anything
prepared.
you're
I
doing?
point. I also just
Um,
point in the direction of the
Oh, it's
Sure.
not
thicker eyes.
I'm a healer boy. I'm good at
Would-
doing shit.
Go prepare
With
the shit.
the way that my guidance works, would I have to see
That's right.
anyone specifically in order to cast
What does it say?
Guidance just says when you touch a willing creature, but then with the spirit guidance, it's just like you cast guidance at a 60-foot range instead. That's all it says.
I'd say you probably have to see them.
Okay.
I would think. I don't know, because if you don't have to touch them, I don't know really. You can just aim it and hope, I suppose. Yeah.
Aim and hope for
Who are you aiming for? Are you aiming for anyone in particular?
Kimberly, of course.
Roll a perception check for me.
That's the 14.
That's pretty good, yeah. I'll say you think you managed to hit Kimberly.
Yes.
Nice,
Alright,
that's
does
good.
that end your turn?
Did more than me.
That's all I can really do. I'm trying to stay as still as possible to
Sure.
not crack the ice anymore.
No
so.
worries. Abelard and Ira, anything you guys are doing, or just staying still as
Do
possible?
I spot the shadow moving?
I would say so, yeah.
Do you
No,
also
I don't
spot
need
me
to see
pointing
guidance 'cause there's nothing
after
about
I
it,
just
right?
flew into the
Because-
sky?
Can I
Well, 'cause the way
Yes.
guidance works is
Cast
that the spirits cast it.
spiritual weapons
It
and
goes
pull
through
it away
his-
from me so it's in a position to intercept the shadow before it comes to the party?
Good shit.
Can you cast it through things?
You
Like, can
create
you
a
cast
floating
it through
spectral weapon within range that lasts for the duration or until you cast the spell again. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell against a creature from 5 feet of the weapon on a hit target. It
Yeah.
doesn't say.
I'm gonna say it seems pretty broken if you can just cast it through a barrier. So I'm gonna say you'd have to cast it above the ice.
Oh, it is spectral.
I think it's a point you can see.
So you can technically see the.
Bless you.
Thank you very much.
You can move up
it
to
is
20 foot and
see-through.
repeat the attack. And
Yeah. So if it says see, you have to see it. Then I would say you could cast it through the ice. But I don't want it to become so you can cast it through a wall.
Oh
or
yeah,
some shit like
I'm
that. Do you
fine
know what I
with
mean?
you can see through the eye, but yeah.
Yeah. So you can't cast it through a barrier normally, but because you can see it, then I'll say yeah.
Cool.
Hey, you can do that.
I will, since my bonus action, and then action, I'll send out the line towards who's next closest to me.
They're all kind of around the same cluster, so
I will throw the rope into the cluster.
sure.
The knife goes through your head.
Roll a dex check for me.
Not stabs.
Ira, is there anything you want to do? What are you doing?
9.
I am conscious of the time, so trying to get through this as quick as possible.
Sorry.
So
Can I look around and see if there's any sort of thicker bit of ice that's kind of sticking out?
yeah, you can roll a perception check for me. What did you get, sorry?
9.
So you think you throw it in the right direction, but it kind of rebounds back, and you don't think it was a solid throw that you were aiming to get, but it kind of reaches a similar spot.
15.
Sure, you can see some sections of the cracked ice are thicker now in some spots than others.
Something that I could like tie something to.
That would. It's like a relatively flat surface, so unfortunately there's not much you can tie things to. You could try and jam something into the ice and then tie it to there, but that's
Really iffy.
yeah.
Is the thicker
Okay,
parts
okay.
of that ice the same direction as the thing that I saw?
Okay, so
Maybe.
here is
Maybe.
my terrible plan.
Yeah.
I take the axe that I've got, the giant flesh render thingy that I still haven't attuned to. I want to tie the rope around the axe,
Yeah.
like so that it doesn't slip off,
Mhm.
and stick it in the ice because make more cracks. You know, why not?
Sure.
Tie the stick to the end of the rope and throw the rope into the water with the stick.
Sure. You just want to dangle it into the water.
Yeah, just to try and see if there's anyone that can like kind of grab and have
Yep.
some sort of
Roll to hit.
What?
A natural 1.
Oh my god.
You stab someone in the head.
So you take this axe from your back, you swing down, and with more strength than you think, you completely chip off the ice. And the axe just kind of breaks it in two and sends it flying down into the ice. Would that be your turn?
So did you just fall into the ice, or did you just lose your magic axe to the ice?
No, neither. I just chipped off ice.
Okay.
Sure.
Wait, is the axe in the water now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is it?
So,
Did I lose the axe?
no. You
No.
just
Okay.
cut off the bit of ice.
Ah.
Up next, I'm just going to say, Kruger, do you want to do anything?
Is there anybody within like a reasonable distance that I can sort of like help lift up?
Nobody's at the top of the ice, unfortunately.
How far is the furthest person away from me?
It'd probably be... It'd probably be June. Who is... I'd say about... How many people is June from you? 10, 20, 30, 40 feet from you.
40 feet. I can't.
40 feet,
No, I can't
yeah.
get through. Who's the closest?
Kimberly. But not by much. Only
Kimberly's
by
going
like 30
to
feet.
them. It might be best to just
I can't.
not move.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hold my action to like, hold a hand out to like help people get up onto the ice and like gently put them onto the surface.
Sure.
I'll just hold an action to do that because if I go back in that water, I'm gonna be in the same boat.
Yep, no worries.
So good.
June, what are you doing with your turn?
Going back. Athletics check, then Constitution check. I'll do them both now because that is a 5 for the athletics, and And that is a 15 for the Constitution.
Sure, succeeds on the con, but you are sinking. So Val is going to attempt to grab June, I assume, and then
Yeah.
swim up. Sure. So just roll an athletics check for me. As a giant constrictor.
That is a 10.
A 10. I'll say you don't sink necessarily, but you don't make any progress up.
Swim speed.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yeah. Yeah, so you're ascending up. What's the swim speed?
30 foot.
Yeah, you get out of there.
With June as well.
Yeah, with June. Yeah.
Yo!
So I will just
Snake.
roll.
Just like Val, like.
I'm gonna point this out. This is a huge creature. This snake is fucking massive.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys see
Is he-
over the surface
Is
that
Kimberly out as well?
no. I'm rolling checks for Kimberly now. Okay. I'll actually share the advantage. Kimberly begins to sink.
on,
The
Val.
giant constrictor snake is up and out of the water.
Can June go back and get Kimberly? Oh no, Kim Val.
Yeah. Can
Yeah,
you
you go back in, June.
So
I just sunk 4 times in a row. I can do
we're
this.
still in initiative.
Okay.
initiative
Oh,
order.
really?
So I will say, unless anybody. That was Val's turn. So A9, did A9 want to do anything?
He'll just be like with Kruger, trying to help people out. You know, when they get brought up, be like, oh, come over, it's alright, be gentle, all that sort of stuff.
Alright.
That's all we can do. We're very heavy boys.
Perfect. Is there anything else that you guys
I don't think so.
want to do, or you just want
I'll
to wait
cast
for?
the line towards Kimberly.
Sure. Roll a dex check for me.
All Nadri can do is just go shit and keep casting guidance.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Yep. You pinpoint Kimberly's shape, kind of just moving beneath the surface. She is, I'd say, about 35 feet at this point, because she's sunk.
No, it's not.
She's sinking.
Yeah, she's sinking.
Sunketh.
Actually, no, sorry, she would be further. Yeah, so. Okay, that'll be. Yep, you drop it down towards her. Val is doing what? Gonna go back
No,
in?
I can go
or
back. 'Cause 30
Sure.
foot swim speed is pretty fast.
Does not get to her, unfortunately.
Can Val use like the tail to like grapple?
Yeah, if
Can
you want to
Val-
give. She already has advantage on strength, but if you want to use that as like
Just
a,
like lower
a
the
point,
DC a
yeah.
little bit.
Sure.
Can Val dash?
Val could dash, but wouldn't be able to pick up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then pick her up next time.
That's the background
But
track.
I figured, it's got a reach of 10 foot for the bite attack, so I figured you could use a reach of the tail to kind of wrap around and grapple.
Yeah. Yeah. That's big brain.
Alright, so that'll be Val's turn to get down.
Well,
Kimberly again.
Val keeps his intelligence down because the snake's got a -5.
Damn.
Dumb snake.
Snakes are pretty
What?
good, to be fair.
You can kill a baylor and get stabbed by one.
Alright.
Vicious mockery. Intelligence save.
I just says that to
I think the stat's too
I
low
don't
for
know
it.
how to breathe.
Oh, yeah, true.
Kimberly makes her way up to Val,
Nice.
manages to grasp the tail of the snake and kind of pull herself up towards Val, so she's like kind of hugging around closer. Val can kind of, within the water, smell like the metallic sharp scent of blood that looks to be coming from Kimberly as she has been taking damage.
Oh yeah, because the water cold.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming for Val's turn, Val's going to swim
Yeah.
up. Cool. So Val manages to make it up to the surface and kind of hoist Kimberly onto the top of the ice, which she manages to grasp and succeeds in standing up.
As
Val's
Val
also
gets
going.
out,
Yeah.
we'll come out of snake form because it's a huge creature.
Yeah, sure.
we'll turn back
So
into
roll
smaller
a dex
again.
save for me.
As Val.
Can I, with me holding my action, could that be giving Val advantage to like grab the edge properly and stuff like that?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Kimberly will actually.
Just like I did this.
I'll go 19.
Nice.
I got 19, nice. You guys managed to
Come on,
get up onto the ice, feeling it kind of.
Val. You're a lifesaver. You got any more tricks?
Kraken.
Yeah, no.
But you guys are
Out of
managing.
wild shapes.
Wait, you failed with the advantage.
No.
Oh.
No.
You guys are all kind of taking a deep breath, waiting for the ice to kind of stop moving. You can see that Kimberly again is growing quite pale. I think she is the one that probably took the most damage. How much damage did you take? Like decent or?
I don't know. I was already a bit shipped out.
From what?
I don't know.
From the gravity ball.
From the gravity thing.
Oh,
We
yes,
gravity
right.
slung you back on the ledge last session.
So I was on like
I'll,
I was on 8 HP.
I'll throw
my
a healing. Actually, I'll throw out a mass healing word across everyone who's on the water.
I forgot you were that
Heal.
much.
Just let me die.
Everyone a
You were like
12
one
hit
like
points.
black eye, and you're just like.
12 hit points, nice.
Everyone
So
that was in the
sucks.
water gets 12 hit points.
we're almost done, guys. You guys are taking your deep breaths. Kind of.
I'm pointing rapidly at
Dilbert.
where I think we should go.
Hey, Dilbert, you owe us one. Idiot.
As you guys are having this conversation, you all stop, kind of waiting, listening. The ice stops cracking further with the lack of movement. And that
Could June have a moment? Could June look about to the rest of the party and have a tired look in their eyes and a defeated soul from just the beatings upon beatings upon beatings that they've happened across? And are they allowed to sigh and say, cut me off if June's not at this current time, but I'm done. I don't want to. This sucks. This sucks beyond belief. I feel every day I travel with you people, I lose a little bit more of myself, and I'm done. I will think of you fondly, but the journey ends here for me.
Bro, we still have to get off the ice.
I'll just go back. Ira,
See you later, pal.
take my cloak. And Dilbert, take my spyglass, and I'm leaving.
You're really picking a good time to leave right now, man.
You've consorted with giants. You've
Yeah, but we're about to fucking fall into ice.
I don't want to be around for that. I can only see you getting more and more involved with giants in the future, and I don't want to get in your way, but I don't want to be with you on this path.
What about, like, you know, the adventure?
What do you say?
You're romanticizing a hike, a walk, a journey. We'll
You know-
all have our tasks to do, and every little bit of the day is an adventure if you see it as such, but this one's tired me out.
The near-death experiences?
Yeah, that was a big that was a big point.
But I've
I'm done. And June will probably lower themselves to the ground and
Shuffle across.
shuffle away if
Boot
able.
scoot.
Sure.
Scoot.
Boot scooting babies.
That's June right now.
That's the exiting
Just
soundtrack.
humming.
So, as June says their farewells, extracts themselves from the party, leaves some of their belongings to some of you. They turn and make their way back across the lake. And that is where we're going to end our session for tonight. With one party member down, leaving the group.
Due to several bouts of trauma and
Yeah.
near death.
Honestly, and he's
This
saying,
has been a perilous journey across the mountains.
I've been on like beneath 10 HP for most of my
I'm always
You've just been
near
like
death.
nearly freezing to death, nearly falling off mountains.
Did you guys have fun?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again.
You El Bozo
I'll never
motherfucker.
do it again.
Hey, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. If you
I
make
know I
stupid
would've-
decisions.
You
I
and
know
your
I
natural
would have
one.
rolled the natural one anyway, but
And this just makes it a bit worse because
Yeah.
like you were like emphasizing
yeah,
Dilbert's
I know.
fuckery.
Yeah.
Like if you rolled a nat one on accident when you were trying to be stealthy, the party would be like, okay,
It's okay. It wasn't
but you
your
were
fault, but it was
fucking
your
around.
You have to treat everybody to a
Alright.
nice dinner.
Well, we hope that you guys enjoyed as much as everybody else did at the table tonight. And thank you guys for telling an awesome story with me, and thank you guys for watching along as we tell this awesome story. We'll be back next week with some more D&D. We're all very tired because we've run a little bit later than usual. But much love to you guys. If you'd like to catch up on what you might have missed in the Cathora campaign, please do go and check out the link down below to our YouTube channel where we've got our Rift Between Worlds campaign. We're in the 47th session right now, so a little bit to catch up on, but we've got some really great characters. We've got some really interesting stories that we've been telling and will continue to tell for the foreseeable future. We also have Lockie's campaign, Xander's campaign, Connor's campaign, so please do check those out as well. We also have the TikTok and the Instagram if you'd like to connect with us on those as well. Much love to you guys. It is always a pleasure and never a chore to DM for you, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.
Bye.